I don't listen to Spotify on whatchamacallit for music, but the podcast is on Spotify as well as on other places. And I got my Spotify Wrap thingy, and all these different stats came up, and I was like, huh, it doesn't seem like we had that many listeners or whatever, but according to Spotify, at least people listen on Spotify. I guess it did pretty good, even though we took a bunch of breaks this year because it was. I mean, this is the year I moved to St. Louis, so like we didn't record for like 6 months while I was in between stuff.
Had to survive the move, man. St. Louis.
Yeah.
I mean, to be
You gotta
fair,
survive it.
to be fair, like if you think about it, we are also about to take another break, so it's like
This is more understandable though. Usually people stuff just kind of stops around this time of year.
Yeah.
True.
It's just the holidays.
Well,
Yeah,
people
everybody,
also don't
Christmas
make
is a full month thing.
Yeah, here's the thing. Everyone's gonna make a shit ton of videos because ad revenue is like super high, and then in January, no one's gonna make any videos because ad revenue is dead.
Yeah, dude. You know what you just reminded me too? Like one of the things I used to always hate when I was like going to gym and stuff is like the first week after New Year's.
Oh yeah, because everyone's like,
I hate everybody in the gym, man. I gotta share the weights and stuff like that, and I'm like, you ain't touching this weight, dog. Like that's my head now. Like, so you not touching 300 pounds, man.
Right.
Go away. Go chase one of those freaking hamster wheels in the back over there.
and
You just
then-
gotta wait like
stuff.
2 weeks after January 1st, really.
Hated that, man. They fill up the gym, and then it's like you guys aren't even gonna stay. Like, and 90% of those people just bounce. Like, it's like a huge amount of people don't even like. I would say maybe like 1% of those people keep the New Year's resolution of exercise.
Well, they lower the price normally for the New Year's resolution.
I hate that too, man. Yeah, it pisses me off. It ruins it for us normies, man. We're like the guys that are always in there, and then it ruins it for us, man.
You're there on July 18th, and
yeah, man. God damn it, I'm here when everything starts and when everything should be closed.
Man.
I am actually slightly upset though because every time I go to my parents' house now, ever since November, all I hear is "All I want for Christmas is you."
That's like, everywhere, yeah.
It's not even past Thanksgiving. Well, now it is. Now it's December finally. So I'm like, man, okay,
Christmas is a whole month thing.
You're allowed to play Christmas music now. November, you're not allowed to play Christmas music, okay? The end of Halloween is not the beginning of Christmas music. I don't know why people think that it is.
It is, man. It's because, like, after things... I know, I walk into the stores, and I already see Christmas decorations, like, everywhere. I'm like, yo, man, it's Thanksgiving. Barely even pop off, man.
It's true.
Oh, well.
You think you're going to... Oh, well, sorry. We're on stream.
No, say it.
No, I can't. We're on stream. It was about what you said before the stream. You said you want to put on a DL.
Yeah.
I caught myself.
Oh, close.
Yeah, it was close.
That was a very close encounter of the third kind.
Yeah.
I'm already not going to be able to say that word. I can already.
It's not that hard. I'm not going to say it because I. Wait, whose turn is it to read? Actually, it is mine, right? Because
it is your turn, actually.
Yeah. I guess so.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's kind of cheating because I did the.
Well, just say it so I know how it's supposed to be said. I could say it first. It'll come out bad though.
Yeah. Technically, we're not actually live because you're the one who like claps it up with your invisible clap.
Yeah, I know, but you're live on Twitch and you didn't want me to.
Okay, yeah. But
yeah.
The music.
Are we starting? Or are we waiting for your dad? What are we doing?
I guess we might as well because it's been a bit.
Yeah, we can start now and then
we'll just stop, man.
Yeah, we can stop whenever I get the phone call.
Okay.
Do this.
Well, you can.
Magic.
All right. Well, we'll do that.
Editing magic.
Editing magic. Let me start my timer. So it's 7:30 my time. If I can get to, I'm hoping that around 9, so an hour and a half, we'll be able to wrap this up. If we go long, we'll just roll it back.
I will say this though. I think one of the things that from one of the questions from the mailbag, I think would be kind of cool, was the whole the things we talk about in between sections should be turned into shorts. Might be a good idea.
Yeah, I saw that. I actually want to do that once. I started the timer. Once I, now that I'm just going to be working part-time, I'll have more time to do that stuff after vacation, so it'll be good. All right. You guys can't hear that clap, but it's all good. Welcome back, everybody, to another.
The fabled mute clap returns.
I swear, he's not even clapping, dude. He's like,
I swear to God.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
I swear to God. I swear to God. It just doesn't come in, but it's okay. The viewers heard the clap. Maybe, probably not. Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of Ride to Orbis, a gaming podcast. My name is Max Splicer, 1/3. Your host on this show, coming to you from a windy St. Louis, Missouri. It's been all windy this past, sort of fall, winter. Just been wind, a little bit of rain. But that's the Midwest for you. Joining me here on episode 12 of this podcast is Oregon's favorite son, Pringle the One.
Dude, you know what's funny is, you mentioned the weather. It snowed, I think. It snowed for maybe a couple of minutes, and it just went away an hour and melted. Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, it snowed on Christmas last year, which is kind of funny. But yeah,
it was actually really warm on Christmas last year, from what I remember.
Oh yeah,
and then around
global warming, dog.
Right. Then it snowed in March. I remember last year. I was like, that was weird. So there you have it. But of course, also joining us today is Pringle the 2, aka Broken Wing.
Maybe I'm a lion.
What's up, Broken?
As you know, it's Texas, aka the most flip-floppy state in the world.
Mm-hmm.
We had 3 days of ice cold, and I was like, "Oh, I hate my life."
You guys almost died last year with how cold it was.
Yeah,
dude, they can't handle that out there.
It was cold as hell for 3 days, and then the next 3 days it is hot as hell, and I'm like, "Do you want to decide what weather you want to be? Do you want to be hot? Do you want to be cold? What do you want to be?"
It's they can't
do it.
I cannot do it at all. Speaking of can't do it, no, I'm kidding. I'm not going to talk about the Cowboys.
No, don't talk about the Cowboys. I already have Kingu in our Discord. Always talks about the Cowboys to me, but I like Kingu. He's a good friend. Quick disclaimer. So you said before the podcast you might have to run to go grab your wallet from your dad. So if you got to leave, go ahead and do that. Pringle and I will fill in the dead air. We got a pretty big show. By the way, happy Thanksgiving to both of y'all. Belated Thanksgiving. We didn't record a show last week because we both were, holidays. Why not enjoy the family? Video games can wait. So we're back a week later. Hopefully. Do you guys have any good food? Pringle, you eat anything?
Man, my girlfriend makes this amazing macaroni and cheese. And your boy felt pregnant for that minute. I was like, yo, I'm about to drop this child out the bathroom, man. It's going down in there, man. Woo! Yeah, yo, you ever seen The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Right.
There's an episode where he's in the bathroom. He's like, who let the dogs out? I did. That's basically how it went down for me, man.
I had some amazing gumbo. I'm talking about grade A gumbo. I'm like, yo, this roux was on point. The food, the meat, fantastic. Like,
I see more and more people.
I'm telling you, I dipped the bread in the soup, and
that's good.
And
I love that.
I did the white man thing, what they do with gumbo, which is they put egg salad in their gumbo.
Never heard of that
one
before, man.
You gotta
I'm
try
white,
it.
and I've never done that.
I've never heard of that one before.
I know it sounds weird. But don't knock it till you try it. Put egg salad.
Never heard of that one before.
Put egg salad, because they always serve egg salad with your gumbo, right? Well, if you put it in the gumbo,
do they?
I'm telling you.
I have not. I can't. Usually, gumbo has fish in it, right?
No, it could be anything. You can have.
Yeah, that's true actually.
Gumbo.
But usually gumbo has
Fingers,
fish. I think gumbo usually has fish though, right? That's
Yeah.
usually the. So I'm not really. I kind of in Florida, Miami. I feel like there's people that eat that. Like maybe the Haitian people tend to eat like that stuff, or the Caribbeans out there. But I didn't really have much gumbo growing up. So
I mean,
I don't trust gumbo. You don't know what's in there.
That motherfucker be like, "Yo, what's that, man? It's got an eye, man. I don't want none of that mystery meat."
Like, you pull it out of your mouth like, anybody lose a wedding ring?
It's a bunch of random crap, man.
It is.
Anyways, yeah. Also, the turkey was delicious. I got a bunch of turkey meat at home, waiting for sandwiches out the wazoo.
Oh,
Nice.
you still got some?
Yeah, I do.
Oh man.
It's the great thing about being the single college poor child of the family is that the family is just like, oh hey, we have leftovers. Slam to you. Here you go. Eat it up. I'm like, yeah,
Dude,
I don't
the
have
leftovers
to
though.
cook. I don't have to cook.
Yeah, it is definitely a benefit of being the guy that doesn't have to cook but gets to eat. It's the best.
I also promised my parents.
Hell yeah,
I
man.
failed. I failed a promise for a second time in a row, which was, hey guys, I'll visit this time before dinner. I mean, before the Thanksgiving lunch. All right, I won't just show up at Thanksgiving lunch. On Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
I wake up. It's 12:00.
Dude,
Alright.
you don't believe in alarms? You sleep through your alarms?
I was like, oh no.
He doesn't believe in them.
He sleep through. You sleep through your alarms, bro?
I call my mom and I'm like, I'm sorry to fail you, and she's like, just come over. I love you too. I was like,
It happens.
whoops.
Well, gentlemen, we have a packed show. So if I'm rushing too much through the first few segments, tell me, hey, Mac, chill. We got time.
No.
But we do have a lot to talk about. I mean, we took a week off, and then I didn't realize that November was going to be so packed with stuff. So we got a lot of stuff that I want to talk about. Plus, we technically rolled back some of the questions. I brought one of them for the topic this week. But of course, we have to start with the word of the day. And today's word is perspicacious, a formal word that means possessing acute mental vision or discernment. Someone who is perspicacious has a keen ability to notice and understand things that are difficult or not obvious. I'm not a perspicacious person. Everything blends in the background for me. Like if you tell me it's like, hey, did you see that? And we're like, no.
Not perspicacious either. Not
Yeah.
perspicacious at all.
I think I can be like that only if my focus is towards that. Usually I try to pay attention to everything, but if my focus is on something, everything's like not enough.
Right.
You know what I hope my dream is for the words of the week? Is to one day just log into Discord and just see all the Discord chatters using our words of the day of the week randomly in
We
conversation.
should challenge them, man. Challenge y'all to use that word in your daily sentence.
Right.
Your daily
Perspicacious.
vocabulary.
It's funny you bring that up because actually what I was going to do for the end of the year was quiz you two on all the words of the week.
yeah, that's funny. I needed to have great perspication. Or how should I say that? I needed to have great perspicacious when I saw these bullies that were about to jump me.
Hey, Mac, you might as well put me in the sepulcher already. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that one.
There you go. I like it. So that'll be fun. Obviously, we just started this exercise, so we won't have that many awards by the end of the year, but it'll still be fun. Then we'll keep the tradition going. Speaking of tradition, the sports question of the week, my favorite segment, even though I don't technically participate in. I've been on a sports kick, man. I don't know why. I kind of like back. I got rid of fighting games. I'm like back to sports. Like I'm back to my roots. So I've been on an NFL kick. That's all I listen to is this podcast. But this is the other football question. By the way, the score right now is 2 Pringle, Broken 1.5 because you got half a point last week. So Pringle has a slight edge in the score. Now, because it's World Cup themed, right? Let's talk about soccer or football, as the English call it.
Hey, we won. We're still in it.
We did. We're doing good.
By one point. By one
point
point to no points.
I haven't watched any of the matches, but people on Discord have been telling me, is like, hey, we're doing good. And then I guess Mexico lost, and Japan is doing super good because there's an anime that is like giving them spirit power.
Yeah, Blue Lock is giving them spirit power. They said that if Japan wins Qatar's World Cup, that Blue Lock might just end.
Too bad they never get into football. It would be Ice Shield, man.
Yeah, so they're definitely channeling the anime gods. But Japan is doing good. USA is doing pretty good. I think they play tomorrow. And yeah, so in the spirit of the World Cup, let's talk a little bit about soccer. So here is the sports question of the week. Soccer fouls are represented by yellow and red cards. If a yellow card means warning and a red card means disqualification from the match, how many yellow cards can a player get before it turns into a red card? The choices are 2, 3, or more than 1 per half.
You mean because it's 3 hours a game, so then every 30 minutes?
No.
Damn, a 3-hour game though?
No. A game is 90 minutes, 45 halves.
I was just gonna say 2. I'm just gonna go with 2.
Say 3.
You're gonna go with 2?
Yeah.
You're going with 3.
Yes.
So final answer from Pringle is 2. Final answer from Broken is 3.
Yes.
And the correct answer is 2. 2
Yeah,
yellow
man.
cards
Oh.
equals red card.
I thought it was because I remember what game I played. It was some video game that I played, and when I got 2 yellow cards, I'd get a red.
Well, I don't know
It's
anything
okay.
about sports.
It's fine. We have the bonus question. You can make up that point. So Pringle gets a point.
I can already look at it and say no. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, actually.
All right. So the bonus question, again, soccer related. So what is it called when a striker and a goalie face off in a one-on-one for one shot to score? So you know how they're usually like, I don't know, maybe like, I don't know how long the kick is, 15 meters or something like that. Pretty close. And it usually happens either at the end of the game or happens when there's a foul within like the 18-meter box.
Mm-hmm.
But what is that kick called? And the hint is blank kick.
I'm going to say
Man.
strike kick.
You know what's so
Strike.
amazing is I just watched Ted Lasso. It's a good show, but I didn't learn anything from soccer about it when the whole thing
man.
is really about kind of soccer. So
Somebody-
I don't have no idea, man.
You
I
wanna
don't even want to
guess?
guess. I'll guess though, but it's gonna be a dumb guess. You know what? I'll just do it just for the sake of broken blow kick. We'll go with that one. It's a blow kick, man.
Oh, man.
You know,
So strike kick and blow kick. Those are the
Yep.
final answers, really?
actually, funny enough,
I was
can
gonna say-
I can already see some person in the YouTube comments down below. Someone's gonna be that watches Blue Lock is gonna be like, "You guys need to watch Blue Lock because you
Yeah,
guys are
right.
failing miserably at all these answers."
I can't think. I wouldn't think it's something like a half field kick or something, but yeah, I just don't know, man.
So the correct answer is penalty kick. It's called penalty kick.
Yeah. You're right. Penalty. I forgot about that. I didn't know they gave it an actual name just for that one. Okay.
Yep. Sometimes they're just referred just as penalties, not even
Yeah.
penalty kicks. So that's okay. So Pringle gets a point this week. Broken. He has double your score now, 3 to 1.5. You're gonna have to play some catch up. So, but we got plenty of sports questions coming up, and yeah, these are fun. Plus, not only are we educating the audience with some words of the week, but then some sports. That's good. Get these weebs out of anime.
Need to
More
play some
sports.
online, some live MMO, man.
Look,
Some
Oh.
real world MMORPG.
look, I watch sports at work because I have no other choice. Because they show is sports.
A sports
Even
bar, right?
yeah, it's a sports bar. Even I still don't know what's going on. I'm just like,
Yeah, man. If they, because I think I would say definitely one thing that happens sometimes is that you go to a sports bar and they're playing it. They're playing sports, but what happens is that the sound is so drowned out, so you can't really even hear. You don't sometimes I feel like if you're a real person that likes and enjoys sports, you wouldn't go to a sports bar to enjoy.
so
Yeah.
Just to let you guys.
Broken, you gotta go.
No,
Yeah.
not yet. He said he's passing Lake Shore, which means that he's going to be here soon. So I'm about to.
All right.
Which
Sweet.
is great because we're about to hit our first.
Yeah, that's true.
first break
So
segment.
while you take care of your business and all that, Pringle and I will be here filling in some dead air. So the sports question is done. A little mini announcement. So I was talking about this before the podcast started. Normally, I thank everybody who supports the show. People listen on Patreon, they listen on Spotify and all that. I got the Spotify Wrapped thing. I don't listen to Spotify because I hate that platform. It sucks. But the podcast is on Spotify. I put it on a platform and then it distributes it to Spotify. So I got the Spotify Wrap thing, and even though I don't think we were very active this year because, we switched from FGC Hollywood to Ride to Orbis. So we didn't record nearly as many episodes because I was in the transition of moving from one place to another. I think we took like 4 to 5 months off. Like we were gone for a minute. But some of the stats here are pretty interesting. So we uploaded 21 episodes. We had 2.2K minutes listened. And actually, I don't know if that's listened or if that's how many the hours that we spent. And then I guess our followers, at least on Spotify, went up 39% in 28 countries. How about that? 28 countries listening to us talk about Blue Lock or whatever sports.
That always throws me off because like I think I used Spotify once and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. I can kind of just play music and stuff like that, but then I just go on YouTube to listen to my music, right? And like I think it's pretty interesting that like there's people that actually just listen to it, but they don't like talk to you or anything. They just kind of listen and then they just go about their business. I think that's always kind of cool,
Yeah. So I saw an interesting stat on the Spotify Wrapped that 82% of listeners on Spotify that listen to us on that platform discovered us this year. So that's a lot of new listeners listening to Ride to Orbis. I had a feeling that we'll probably get a new audience considering we moved from fighting games to general gaming and more so just, regular us talking. Yeah. Although that's a little different because this podcast theme is heavy on the fighting games. There's a lot of fighting games, so you might as well call this an episode of FGC Hollywood. But still, thank you, everybody. Appreciate all the support, especially moving into a new year. It's always good to have a little bit of momentum. And we definitely don't take it for granted. So mailbag is still always open, as I say every week. We did a mailbag last episode 2 weeks ago. It's still open. I rolled back a few questions, so we'll put those in the next episode as well as once we get some new ones. So you can always, if Twitter is still a platform by the time we get the new mailbag, if that thing's not shut down, you can hit us up on there at Max Splicer, at Pringle1, at Broken Wing 777_, and or you can join our Discord. Always find that there. It's in the description of every YouTube version of this podcast. And Broken is back. You got your wallet.
Hey, everybody. Did you know that if you're broke, you don't care where your wallet is?
Yeah, that's the origin of the half of his name. Broken. Oh, boy.
Yeah, here it is.
But yeah, Broken. Nice. You didn't miss much. I was just talking a little bit about our Spotify Wrapped stats. We had an interesting year. I didn't think we did as much as we did towards the end of the year. So pretty cool. As I mentioned last week, we didn't record because of the holidays. Now here's a bit of an announcement. So we're recording today, obviously. We're not going to record next week because I'm going to Florida. I'm going to go see my grandparents for about a week, and then I'll come back on the 12th. So we'll have a show on the 15th. No show on the 8th, show on the 15th. And that show will probably be the River City review discussion show. I'll get all that ready. And that one, I normally don't tell people this, but like, even though this is a podcast and it should be an audible form, that one, I think I'm going to add a lot of visuals to the podcast through the B-roll on the video format. So on YouTube, that one, if you're interested in that one, I would probably recommend you watch the podcast for that one. But for every other show, I think you can listen to them and you don't lose anything. But maybe with the review discussions, you'll lose a little bit because we'll make references to some of our clips. Because, if we're talking about game bugs, I'll put B-roll of that. Or if we're talking about cool moments that Broken and I had during our playthrough, I'll put that in there. So I think it'll be a fun review discussion.
There's a lot of cool moments.
Yeah, so that'll be a fun one. Once I come back from vacation, I'll get all that ready. It won't be a regular show, but it's going to be a show talking all about River City Girls and what we thought about it. And then after we're done with that opens up the platform to do another vote for another game for us to play. And Pringle can play with us this time too. So
please do not ask us to play River City 2 because River City 2 doesn't come out for a while.
Yeah, I thought it's been out, man. It's not out yet. I keep getting I see that you can already buy it, but I didn't know.
It comes out, I think, this month.
It came out in Japan today, actually. So.
Soon TM.
Soon TM, but not
Yep.
Don't ask us to do it now because I kind of want to wait until it goes on sale.
Yeah. I think. Well, I think it'd be nice to get away from the beat 'em up genre and maybe do something else. We'll see. We'll see what happens with the vote, and that should be fun though. I'm excited for the review discussion podcast. I think that'll be really interesting to hear what everybody has to say about that game. Podcast corrections. No podcast corrections this week, but Broken. This one's for you.
Uh-oh.
Zio wants you.
Zio, man. He always wants to fight with somebody, yo. Him and Jan, those motherfuckers always want to fight with somebody, man.
The Taiwan boys, they're always up for
something. Boy. Some in the
Zio,
water out there.
Is that what
Zio wants you to say a certain word because he thinks you say it wrong. Now, I don't want to say the word because then I'll put it in your head the way I say it.
Asterix.
So
that's how I say it.
You say it how?
Asterix.
This man's you having a field day on this man over here with that one.
I think he says that you say that word with like an X at the end, which I guess is a character. It looked like a Looney Tunes character from the little ping thing that he put in Discord. So I don't know what he means, but I say asterisk.
Asterisk? I think that's the correct way of saying it. The way I think isn't Zio like a teacher? Is that what it is?
Yes, he is a teacher.
That's why it pisses him off, right? This motherfucker can't speak. God damn, you're an English speaker. Say it right.
This is what this is all about. Is that he's a teacher and he's just like, if he doesn't know how to say it, then how should he be? No, whatever.
It's asterisk though. There's not really. I think asterisk. Yeah,
so
the way you say it, it sounds like as if there's like an S or an X in the end. But
I am so sorry, everybody.
Hey, we're learning. We're learning.
Call the grammar police, man. They gonna beat your ass up later, man. They got sticks.
Might as well call these.
Sticks.
They got sticks. Sticks from trees.
Branches.
Yeah.
What are we playing? I've been playing mostly Craftopia. I think I talked about that last podcast. Just playing Craftopia as like a Legend of Zelda, or like it's like a Breath of the Wild / Minecraft ripoff. It's super fun, super chill. I've been playing with shoutouts to Altilla and Commander Snowflake been playing with me, and it's it's such a. So I normally play games I have to concentrate on, right? Fighting games you need full attention, or if you're playing any sort of like shooter that is like mission based, you need to pay attention. This is a game where it's like a creative game. I put a podcast and I just chill. I can like go through the motions, not have to think about a lot, just chill. So I've been playing that a lot. It's been super fun. Nothing else. And then I didn't buy anything on the Black Friday sales, Cyber Monday sales, Steam sales, holiday.
Me either, man.
I didn't spend a penny. No.
I have a thing about the sales, but we'll get to it when you get to me. But yeah.
Okay.
Currently, I have not spent any money on the sales. All I've done is play FF14 as per usual. My boy Sin.
Keep the subscription alive.
Keep the subscription alive, yes. I've played Sin in Guilty Gear Strive, and you know what? I am slowly edging off of Anji. Slowly. Sin is my boy.
Sure you are.
Look, here's the deal. I'm going to say something, and it's going to sound weird, but back in Guilty Gear Xrd Sign, okay, of all games, I started with my boy Sin. I wasn't a Kai main yet. I was a Sin main from.
I didn't know he was on launch. I thought he came later.
No, he was on launch for consoles. So I played Sin back in Sign days, okay, and so I was so excited when he came out. I was that person. I was like, I've been a Sin main since Sign, okay? I've been there since I've been there with boots on the ground back when the boots were not even fresh yet. Came off the store.
I'm about to send this man a fan and be like, yeah, man, it's Angie time.
Oh, Broken, you're a hopeless case of an Angie main. You'll always go back.
A man in a character crisis. I've seen them last long, man. It's rough. It's a rough patch to be in, but don't worry, man. With a little bit of therapy and a little bit of consulting, it'll help you get through it, man. Don't worry. See, I've been there.
Me too. And honestly, you just need to be honest with yourself, first of all. Like, I was in it. I was like, man, I'm an Origami main. I was like, no, I'm not. Like, I play ladders. I'm like,
I tried, man.
Yeah. So just be honest with yourself, reflect,
You know,
and be like,
yeah.
I am the Anji.
Go for a walk, man. Sometimes it's not like it's an intervention on this man.
You know the Jordan meme? He's like, stop it. Get some help.
Yeah.
You just need me to go outside for a breathe some air, be like, you know what? This air smells like Anji.
Man. Oh, man.
Bro. Pringle, you're not playing much. You're just selling everything. What's going on?
Oh, yeah, it's time, man. I need to just make some cash back, man. So I'm just kind of getting rid of stuff that... I'm kind of getting rid of the stuff that I'm not too worried about, but I'm keeping all my, like, the really good stuff. I'm keeping, like, my Dragon Quest games, my Trails games, my couple here and there. But I'm kind of just selling. I'm making more selling it than I did definitely buying it. Because you're my cheap ass. I found ways, but it's just time. I got to sell some stuff, make some...
Hey, today I learned... Thanks to you, I learned that CIB means completed
box. Yeah, man, it's just a fast way to type it. Because like people will be like, they'll be like, okay, yeah, it's completed box. Then you open it, it's like, well, where's the manual? And then some games, the manual's expensive as hell. Like there's,
what's going on with that? Like, why are they selling manuals for games outside the game? What is this?
Yeah, I know, right? I don't know what happened, but a lot of game collecting has. I think after the 3DS time, everything's just kind of, and even during the 3DS when it was getting kind of phased out, they stopped putting manuals in the 3DS cases. So then they would be like, oh, okay, here you can just read the manual online. I'm like, who the hell's gonna do that? No, that's like takes away the enjoyment of it. But
save a tree.
Yeah, but it was just it's just to save money in the end. But it really did ruin a lot of the enjoyment of collecting video games.
I remember on the PS Vita, whenever I'd get a game, it'd be a little spot on the top right that says read the manual for it. You click on it, and then you had to scroll like this on the PS to read the pages.
Really lame.
I was like, what is this?
Yeah, it's really... Because there's games, like, for instance, like, games, like, if you were to say, like, Earthbound, right, for the Super Nintendo, if you said CIB, the way that game really is CIB is that originally the game came with a big box, cardboard big box, the cartridge, and it came with a game guide in the game. So like that's that, and then that price alone would be like probably like $300-400 more for some freaking cardboard and a strategy guide. So yeah, that's what completing box means. It's just some games I don't have them. Sometimes I don't know, man. When I was a kid, for some reason I just threw out the manual. I guess what a lot of people do. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of cardboard boxes, you just throw out it's garbage, man. Cardboard box. You know what people would do with CD games? They would get like the stack of CD things, and they would just stick their CDs in there, man. And they just throw out the case, man.
I got one of those. If you want a visual representation of what that looks like. Speaking of, what was that one game called that was infamous for like the way they did anti-cheat? Was that the answer to the guide was in the manual, and you had to like spray it with like lemon in order to like figure out what the answer to. And if you don't have the manual guide, you just are screwed. You can never like go anywhere further in the game.
I don't know, man, but
it was an adventure game, like one of those point and click ones. I remember.
Yeah.
It was.
I don't know, man.
I'm not a game buff, so I don't know.
Yeah, I know I think I know when you're talking about, but I just can't remember. I don't think it's Monkey Island or anything like that, but I think I have an idea of which one you're talking about. Mm-hmm. But I'm just trying to just trying to recuperate some funds here, and like I guess I'm still kind of playing Pokemon Platinum. The game feels really long, man. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, man, that game's actually kind of like it's not hard in the perspective of for me, but it's a challenge. Like there's these Pokemon, like the enemies you fight, they use status L, like they'll hit you with like poison and sleep and burn and all this type of stuff and confuse you. It's very interesting because none of the Pokemon games they do that. And I'm still playing Maple Story for fun because
I saw that.
I'm actually like what I do when I play Maple Story is like just like how you play your podcast. I've been listening to a lot of like rap music again because I'm actually really big into hip hop music, man. But like I just don't like. For years, I just stopped caring about it. But I've been listening to like MF Doom again, and
I was just about to ask you about MF Doom. I was like,
dude,
tell me where MF. If you're into hip hop, tell me where MF Doom is on your.
Man, he's definitely up there, man. I was listening to him.
R.I.P.
I know, right? What a villain, man. The way he died too. Let these motherfuckers know afterwards. But yeah, I've been listening to him, and I was like, damn, this guy's just so good, man. Like the stuff it's so good. But listen a little bit of Aesop Rock too, which is pretty good. Really verbose language, but that and Been playing a lot more Rivals, man. I'm still cooking foods, man. Dude, I'm cooking foods, man. But yeah, your boy, they getting blended.
Oh, man.
But outside of that, yeah, I ain't really been feeling too much of anything else, honestly. Like as I've gone through, like just selling the games, I'm just like, these games I know I'm probably not even gonna touch. I want to touch them at one point, but I just won't have the time or anything.
You know what you should do? You should do what me and Mac are doing, which is selling those Steam things.
Oh yeah, the Steam things. Oh yeah, I know.
Hell yeah, I got 35 cents in my account right now. I'm rich.
It's true. I do that too.
Oh man.
All right, guys.
Good
I
times.
guess we're good to go.
Yeah, let's take a short break so I can refill on some water. We'll catch our breath because we got plenty of news to talk about. A lot of it is fighting game based. So we'll take a short break and we shall come back in a second. I'm going to go refill this thing.
I put in a 3-minute ad for my stream so that we can not have to worry about ads for about like 6 hours, even though our podcast will not reach that length.
Dude. I really don't like how they did the ad system on Twitch.
The ad
It's
system
super
sucks.
weird, dude.
It sucks. I will say this though. I found out how to drink my AG1 athletic greens finally.
Bro, you still with them greens?
I figured it out. You know what it is?
What's in those greens that make you want to drink them?
I put in some G Fuel. Let's go. Max,
Some
did you
G
hear what I
Fuel?
did? I've done it. I found a way to drink athletic greens. I put in G Fuel.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Here, I'll show you the
Isn't
mix.
G Fuel just like a bunch of
Can't do it.
caffeine, man?
I'll show you the mix.
This concoction is going to have steam coming out of it.
Hey,
Fucking smoke.
my man gonna athletic green his booty hole out. Oh man.
You see, I may not like Mortal Kombat, but we got some Ice Strike right here.
Such a
Okay?
shill.
We got some Ice Strike right here. Hell yeah. We got some
man.
athletic greens right here. You mix it together and you put in the water and then you're good to go. You're good
Man.
to go.
You're going to wreck your stomach.
What's the point of that stuff, man? The
This-
athletic greens.
This is to
Well,
get
well-
all your vitamins, your daily vitamins in one.
Well, you get that from a normal diet, man. Just
Yeah.
eat a bag of vegetables, man.
Yeah,
That'll
well,
get you everything you need.
I don't.
You
Eat
don't
a
eat
carrot.
vegetables, man?
I don't eat my veggies. I'm sorry.
You need to eat your veggies, man. It's
Skater boy.
Yeah.
I'm a
You
true
eat
skater boy.
Fuel and Monster Energy drinks.
Oh,
I'm a
fuck.
true skater boy. All I do is I drink energy drinks and I eat food like meats.
I can't.
What's
Can't
this
do
thing
it.
you call? What's this thing you call the dietary pyramid? I don't know.
I
I don't know that
I don't know.
pyramid. All I know is that meat tastes good.
try to min-max my diet at this point. I like I calorie count everything too. So
Really? Wow.
yeah, I do all that stuff, man.
Macros.
Yeah, man, macros, all that crap,
Hold on,
man.
okay.
I min-max it like a video game, dude. Yeah, because I finished my my cut.
You
Just
HP
like-
washing your food?
Yeah, right. Yeah. I literally HP watched my. Yeah, so I just finished the cut. Like, I want to say, like, I probably just said day Thanksgiving because I ate so damn much. So that's when I finished my cut. But like, I definitely got to like maybe like 13% body fat, and then I'm like, okay.
Damn.
It started getting like, dude, I took way too long in my workouts. Like the day before, and I was like, okay, it's time to stop the cut. So now I'm lean bulking in, and man, I got to eat a lot more. Oh man, I love it,
Yeah.
man. But
They say that it's not that sustainable to have that low body fat, right? You're
yeah,
supposed to have
after I would say 15 is like a perfect amount. Nobody after that you can cut. Like I only cut to like I'll stop probably. I'll never really cut below 13 or 12 because your strength just kind of starts diminishing. But depending on the kind of person you are, you could cut even more. Some people can get to like 10% and be fine, but nah. With me, I'm a guy that stores more of that weight, so I'm like 13, man. Below that, I was like after like because I cut from like 180 something to like now I'm like 162, 31 around there.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. So now I'm gonna bulk up to 175.
Nice.
I'll say
Yeah.
this. I always feel like it's weird. This is a weird tangent before we get back
Oh, yeah.
to it. But I found out that
We're making good time, by the way.
Yeah, we are.
34 minutes. Yeah.
So I found out that you know how they say in Hollywood that like women figure and women image is like really bad, but they don't talk about men's image.
Yeah.
If you listen to like the horror stories of what men
It's
have to
pretty
go
bad,
through,
man.
dude, people like starve for like
Yeah,
weeks
it's pretty
to
bad,
look
dude. Yeah.
good for camera. It's
Yeah.
terrible.
You seen Christian Bale? He went on that crazy diet, lost all that weight for the forgot what the movie was called, but he
Is that
looked
the Joker guy?
No, that was
Oh, no, that's
Batman.
that was
Batman.
He did
That was
pretty
Batman.
bad too. Oh,
Yeah.
both those dudes did pretty bad too,
Yeah.
though, because they had to lose a lot of. I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix lost a lot of weight for the Joker. Like,
Yeah, man.
lost hella weight.
A lot of these people like they go on these crazy diets and then like
They
nobody
doing some serious, dangerous
nobody-
stuff, man.
yeah, nobody talks about how terrible it is for the guys, but like did you know that they were making fun of Chris Hemsworth, the Thor guy, because all he wanted was to eat chicken, and so the guy who played Loki was like, "Oh, hey, I'm eating chicken," and they're like, "Oh yeah, Chris, since you have to have your abs showing at all this time, you can't have any food, so you're just gonna have to
Dude.
starve." So they're like showing Chris like food, and he's starving, and he can't eat
Yeah.
any of it.
You ever
He has
seen
to-
It's Always Sunny in Philly? You know that character Matt?
Oh, yeah. It's
You know
funny,
how
man.
he got super fat for one season and then he got super shredded for another.
Yeah. I love how nobody cared about it in the episode. They were like, "Why you okay? So what? Who cares?" Anyways, it was so funny, man. It was hilarious. They cared more when he was
He
fat.
gained like 50 pounds of just fat.
Yeah,
And then he got hella lean.
yeah, he got too lean, man. That was definitely like, and it's funny because like in certain videos, like he'll be working out or he'll talk about how it's like, hey, sometimes when you have a lot of money, you have these trainers and these coaches, and nutritionists that can help you lose a lot of weight. In reality, he's saying it's steroids.
Yeah, it is technically steroids. Also,
it's all steroids.
it's always steroids. All right, let's get into it. Let's go.
You see, speaking of steroids, and we'll get into it for a second, but you sent that Conor McGregor picture.
Oh, dude, his nose is big as hell. Like, what kind of roids he's taking, man?
I
Man's on.
It said he was on HGH, right? Like human growth.
Yeah.
I saw a funny photo of another wrestler, Ruby Rose. She got a nose implant because she broke her nose in like one of her wrestling matches.
Mhm.
And they're like, "Yo, sometimes I don't talk about like plastic surgery, but her nose is looking really good." And they're like, "Yeah, she broke her nose. She needed a new nose, duh." And then they're like, "Yeah, it's just like how how Ichigo got a new Bankai after his old one broke." And they're like, "What the hell are you talking about?" He's like, "Yeah, go watch Bleach, 100-Year Wars every Monday on Hulu." I was like, "What?"
One of my favorite interactions on Twitter is when I saw there's like a post of some chick and she's missing an arm and she's wearing like this tight dress and the caption is like, "Look at this snack," like talking about herself. And somebody commented like, "Damn, who took a bite?"
I gotta find that one, man.
Oh man, it's so
hilarious.
Bro, every time I see anyone like talk about that girl or biking and they're like, "Yo, let me see that nub," I'm like, "You need to see therapy."
All right, let's get back into it. We're actually doing pretty good on time, so I'm happy. All right, gents, we're back. So we got news. All of it is fighting game focused.
Related. Let's
Yeah.
go.
A lot of the interesting stuff, at least to me, was fighting game related. So not intentional, but it just so happens. So we're going to catch up on all of it. And the month of November was pretty busy for fighting games. So the first one, let's start with what you're playing, Broken, Guilty Gear Strive.
Yeah.
So they announced and since released another character to the game as part of the game's Season 2 pass, that being Sin Kisuke. Sin is the child of Kai Kisuke and Dizzy, two Guilty Gear mainstay characters. He was entrusted to Soul Bad Guy, the main character of the series, as a child to avoid unwanted attention due to his incredible rate of growth caused by his Guilty Gear blood. Oh yeah, that's right. Because gears in Guilty Gear, they are not human, but they look like human, but then they're Like isn't he like 3 years old, but he actually looks
He's,
25 or something like that?
He's like 5 now.
Okay.
Was that what the hell? What the you talking about? So what? He's 3? I didn't know that. What kind of weird ass storyline is that?
He was 3 in Overture and Exurd, and now he is 5.
Sin?
Hell,
It's because
Ramlethal
gears
is like
progress
2.
super fast. Something like that.
Yeah.
It's the lore. I don't know.
Ramlethal and Elfeld are like 1 and 2 respectively. Like, who cares?
Man, what the world is it?
Disney's 8 years old. Come on now, get with the times.
Right. So with Kai being human and Dizzy being half gear, Sin is a quarter gear. Sin is the second character revealed for the second season pass, joining Bridget with 2 more characters set and stages as well, planned for sometime in 2023. We don't know
We do know.
when.
We
do know when is the release window.
So the release window for the Battle Pass, which is changing a lot, is December this month. So this
Okay. What is the battle pass?
The Battle Pass will be, well, not the Battle Pass, the Battle Change. So we're getting a major battle changes this
Okay.
month. We're getting new network configuration. So currently, when you go into the tower, you can only have, you go into a random room and there's only 24 people in it. Now, with the new update coming this month, you can choose what room you want to be in, and those rooms will now be up to 32, right? And you could still go back to the old school style, which is like, I just want to auto, which will be 24 still. And here's the great part. You can turn off the rank change. So you know how, like, whenever you change your rank or you go up or down the tower,
Oh yeah.
you can
And then
you can turn
Okay,
off,
cool.
You can turn off that thing. You could be like, I don't care about this. I just want to keep playing.
You know, I'm glad that they're doing that because I've had, like, back when I played Strive, I mean, it's been over a year now, but like I used to have like a few sets where I was like, I'm actually enjoying playing this character. And then I'll get ranked up and I was like, oh, like it takes you away from that set. And it's like, oh, now I got
it does
these
that?
guys.
Oh, that's so annoying, man. It kicks your ass out like, you done. Just can't give me the boot.
Yep. Now, also, crossplay is this month as well. It's
Very good.
official. They're putting it in. It's in the game. Crossplay will
Great.
be this month.
You better stay away from those PS4 bastards, man. They're gonna come with they Ethernet pullers.
Yep. And
I'm
then
gonna wiggle that thing.
we also know the timeline for the next 2 characters. So the next character is going to be in March.
Okay, spring.
Well, yeah, as well as the last character is going to
I'm assuming
be
summer.
somewhere around there. So they said the months. They said the months for when each of these
Spring and July.
Yeah, so we know December is going to be, all that jazz.
It's got to be Johnny Slayer, right? Please be Johnny Slayer.
I'll say that I'm pretty amazed that the roster's so healthy. Like, damn, this is a big ass roster compared to, I think maybe Accent Core was pretty big, but Rev 2 wasn't as big. But this is a pretty big roster they're making. They're probably going to keep making more even after the season pass too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they already said that they're going to make another season. In fact, if you read the March 2023, new character number 8 and additional stage number 3, and then May 2023.
Oh, May. Okay.
Yeah, new character number 9
Wow.
and additional stage number 4. But
That's good.
pretty
I know
good.
they were pretty slow initially with the release of the character, so it's good that they're like, getting a little faster now.
yeah, they also said this. So Giuna translated this interview so that way everyone can see it. And what they said was that season 2 is all about making sure the balance is good, and then season 3 is when Guilty Gear becomes Guilty Gear, where they're just going to be like, fuck it,
It's about goddamn time.
everything's gonna be like thrown out the window. We're gonna go crazy. So season 2 is all about making sure the balance is good, so that in
They're gonna
season
add a
3,
second
they can
wall.
just fucking
It's gonna be in the middle.
Smackdown.
You laugh, but the
Man, that wall sucks, man. I forget about that wall whenever I think about that game, and then I'm like, oh yeah, he cracked through the invisible wall. Like it's not even a real wall. Like it's just the invisible wall they cracked through, man.
you laugh.
Could have at least made a wall.
You're in a glass box.
Yeah.
You laugh, but there's a stage. There's a stage. It's called White House Reborn, where like you get broke. There's like 2 sections in that area where you break a wall. You break a wall, and your character goes and then breaks an actual wall to the next side of the stage.
They should add some 2D floor breaks. That'd be fun.
Yeah. I was about to say, you know who did that before already? It was Tekken. In the Geese stage, it's so cool because if you break enough walls, you basically go to another stage, which is pretty cool. Yeah. But then I was also it just made me think of Smash, where these motherfuckers fly out the stage, and I'm like, where do they go?
But yeah.
Well, cool. Guilty Gear is getting support.
Yeah.
I haven't played in a long time, but I haven't really been playing fighting games either. So
I love
nothing against Guilty Gear.
You
do. You are the FGC person. I will need your expertise once we get to the latter part of the show for sure.
Gotcha.
The King of Fighters 15 has also announced plans for its Season 2 pass, first starting in January of 2023, featuring balance changes for existing fighters to improve player experience alongside a DLC character, that being legacy character Shingo Yabuki.
Everybody's favorite.
What a strange pick. Very niche.
Not really. Everyone likes Shingo. Everyone likes.
Yeah, but he's like a niche, character.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, where's Hinako?
Hinako?
Well,
come on, man.
Where's Sumo Girl?
Yeah, Sumo Girl is never coming back. I know. I wish my half Russian.
Japan doesn't like her. They don't like her.
I wish my half Russian Japanese female.
She's German, I think.
I thought she was Russian.
Is she Russian? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Whatever. Anyways, I wish my sumo runner, rushdown player would come back, but she ain't coming back.
Yeah, but, Shingo's okay. He's cool. I don't hate him. He's fine.
Well, the reason why people like Shingo is because he's the better, not Kyo.
He's a wannabe Kyo.
He's basically Kyo without the firepower,
right?
But with the spirit. To try.
Is Vice in the game yet?
No, Vice is not in the game yet.
Vice?
I wish.
No Vice, no buy. No Hinako, no buy.
No Vice, no dice.
This man just said, "I'm not coming back until my two waifus are in the game."
Yeah,
I got King in the game.
Vice. I need mature in Vice, or it ain't.
I really want Vice. The game was on sale. It was like half off during Black Friday, but I was like, I wasn't feeling it. And I was like,
Oh, I forgot. I didn't want to go into the sales too, though, but.
Yeah.
Right quick, I just want to say one thing, but man, if the character is not in the game, I probably won't touch it. I think I'm into that now. Like it's like if there's nothing, I don't want to play three characters. I don't want to play like that, especially with
yeah.
But I will say right quick,
this man is the epitome of the Guilty Gear Exerd meme, which was, why aren't you playing Exerd? Oh, they don't have Jam. We added Jam. Actually, it was Dizzy. Oh, we added Dizzy. Oh, it was biking. Oh, it was.
They haven't added Jam though. Amazingly, is Jam in the game? No,
Jam's
right?
Not in
She's not in Strive. No.
She's not in Strive yet.
She'd be born in Strive, I think. But one thing I was gonna say with the sales though is that I don't usually participate in those sales anymore, just because of the fact that unless it's a game if it's a game that's usually on sale. You can find a better sale on that said game on a normal time of the year. Usually, they just put this huge mass sale on games, but sometimes the sales are only like 25%, 35%, 50%. Sometimes, man, if you just keep the game in touch, I'll literally see the same game like a month or 3 months or somewhere in time in the year, and it'll be like 75% off, and then I'm like, I'm gonna get it. That's all I noticed with Steam too. Like they kind of they recycle those sales numbers, especially. I see 25, 30%. That's not that much to me personally, man, usually.
Yeah. If you go to what is it, deals, video game deals or whatever that site's called, it shows you the historical
Is there
low.
any deal? Yeah, man. And it'll show you the lowest the game's been, and it's usually not around
I use that as reference a lot before I buy something. It doesn't have to be at historical low for me to buy it, but it's got to be, somewhat in the ballpark.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good website to use.
I also like how they're bringing back Kim, everyone's favorite sweatpants fighter.
That's true. So along with Shingo, they're bringing the balance changes, right? As well as they're finally, hopefully, they're going to fix the network functionality
and crossplay. Hey, well, not true crossplay. The beta for crossplay.
I know you're getting ahead of the horse there. The open beta for crossplay with PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and PC will come with Kim Kaplan, he's the legacy character who I was like, damn, he wasn't there in launch because, I mean, Kim is really popular. So that's planned for spring of 2023. So first it's Shingo plus the balance changes in January, and then it's the crossplay along with Kim in spring of 2023. Lastly, they also tease in that trailer there's going to be more planned characters for sometime in the second half of 2023 for the season 2 pass.
If you think about it, the way they're doing the DLC now, they're still giving you 3 teams, right? They're just splitting them up based off the character now. So instead of getting a team, you're just getting a single person, but you're still getting the teamwork. They
did that with 14 as well, I think, where Vanessa showed up randomly, and then it was Rock, and then it was like Yamazaki, right? Like,
but they were
a la carte.
Yeah, it's a la carte now.
Yeah. Speaking of SNK, Samurai Showdown. This was at the end of the KOF 15 trailer, technically. So they combined 2 to 1. So the Samurai Showdown, we already knew that was going to happen, but finally, somewhat official. So it will be receiving an open beta test for rollback netcode on Steam in January 2023, which is about a month from now. Rollback is being planned for PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and Epic Games. I'm not sure if those platforms are getting a beta, but Steam is. So
it's probably just going to be Steam for now because it's a rollback beta, and then once the beta's done, they're going to do, everything once they iron it out.
Yeah, hopefully they get that running. I'm afraid to say it. I think for me personally, I think it's a little too late to come back to Samurai Showdown. I don't know. It's been too long. That game came out in 2018, didn't it? Or 2019?
Man, I don't know who the hell was playing that game, man. Straight up, dude.
On Steam? I don't think anybody.
Yeah, man. I don't think anybody was playing on Epic Games either, let alone console. That game is really dead, man. Like, that game is like true-ass life support. I don't think people play it
I think more people are playing KI.
Yeah.
A 2013 or 2014 game than they were playing Samurai Showdown. It's no fault of Samurai Showdown, the game at its core. It's a fault of the netcode. And like,
yeah, that netcode was bad. Good netcode ain't gonna make me want to come back.
Also, the lobbies suck, but here's the thing. I think honestly, rollback isn't gonna save Sam Show. I think they also need to add crossplay.
Nah. I think the game is just past its time. Like, it's almost like an old dude trying to come back with the kids. Like, hey guys, y'all want to escape? I'm like, no, get your old ass away from me, man.
They fumbled the bag.
We need a new Sam
I think it's unfortunate too because this one came out just recently, if you think about it. But like, they fumbled the bag in the beginning with the whole no rollback, and then not coming on PC right away and going
full
to Epic
price
Games.
Too, man. $60 full price, and you ain't even got the complete package. That ain't complete in box. That ain't CIV. That's disc only.
Oh man!
You gotta download the rest of the game when you pop it in the PS4.
That ain't CIV. It's RIP. So
yeah.
I don't know. Hopefully, if you got an interest in Samurai Showdown, you can play the open beta if you own the game. But
Pants gonna be the only one playing it.
Pants, yeah. Shout outs to Pants. Speaking of betas, Street Fighter 6. I'm so surprised they're doing another one, but it's happening. So, Street Fighter 6 closed beta 2 is being planned for December 16th, 2022 to December 19th, 2022 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Steam, alongside crossplay functionality for all 3 of those platforms. Technically 4, whatever. Ranked casual battle hub match available alongside Extreme Battle, Game Center, Training Mode, and Open Tournament Mode. So this one's a little different. I signed up. I signed up for Steam, but Capcom has made a change to this beta in a statement that reads as such: due to unauthorized reselling of access codes for the first closed beta test, we have made changes to the application process. When applying for the closed beta, you must now already have your Capcom ID and platform linked. So they forced you to link to your Steam platform, like I did on Steam. So they forced you to link your Capcom ID to your Steam platform itself. Those who participated in the first closed beta test will be able to continue playing the second beta test. There is no need to apply again. So, Broken,
That's
you're already
cool.
in.
I like
He's
that.
in there.
I'm not
Already
gonna
good to
bother
go.
with it, but you tell me
You're not
how
gonna try
it is, man.
At least try it.
Dude, you gotta try it. It's so
I don't
good.
feel like doing anything,
I'm telling
man.
you right now, you play 6, you don't even want to touch 5 anymore. It's
I don't want to touch anything.
I'm
So
telling
it's not
you,
even
right-
touching 5. Yeah.
I'm telling you right now that 6 is so good.
I mean, I'm just not that into Street Fighter, honestly. Like, it's fun. I'm not gonna lie. Street Fighter is always fun, and what I like about Street Fighter is that it teaches you frame data, but I don't think I'm that interested in it, honestly, anymore.
Just for
I
the
will-
sake of the novelty, though, just because it's a new game, wouldn't you want to just try to see if you can get in just to get the feel? of it?
Yeah, since it's free, I might, but because
Yeah.
I have to make a Capcom ID, I don't think that's gonna happen. When the open beta drops, maybe I'll do that, where all I have to do is just download the thing. If they
I
make
will
it so
say-
I have to do another ID, I might not do that either. Same thing with Multiverse or whatever the hell that thing was called.
I will say, making the Capcom ID is not nearly as difficult as when PlayStation was trying to make us do the whole mobile app thing.
Oh,
to
yeah.
get distracted. Do you remember
my
that? That was
God,
terrible.
I
Yeah.
remember
I was so
that.
mad. I was so
Yo,
mad.
man, that was annoying as hell, man.
I remember
I gave up.
that.
I gave up, and then Pringle DMs me. He's like, "Nah, man, just try it again. We gotta talk about this."
I tried it. I
I
gave
tried
up.
it,
remember that.
and I was let down.
Terrible.
That was
I don't
that was
know.
the beta you were wild throwing everybody, right?
Yeah, that's the beta. That was fun, but it
Yeah.
was not like fun. It was just fun to just do it and then get like 50% damage on people.
I played Potemkin that beta. That's just-
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That was the strongest Potemkin has ever been.
Yep, and that's the
It's
strongest it'll ever be.
Mhm. But yeah,
I don't
we'll see if
know.
I can get in. Why not?
I'll try it for y'all, but if it was me personally, I wouldn't even bother.
All right.
I'll just wait for the game to release normally.
Uh-huh.
Right.
And now we come to the greatest topic of all time.
So you're educated on this. You know exactly what happened?
hmm
All right. Well, how about you take the floor for this one? Because I basically am reporting on this as I learned about it. But maybe you know more about this from, being a Twitter monster as you are.
I am a Twitter monster, aka the best monster.
Some
Someone has
of your
to be.
tweets. Some of your tweets, Broken. So Broken will tweet sometimes, and I don't know what he'll say, but I'll sometimes reply to him as like, "Go to bed." I'm like, "Sit down, sit your ass down." He always tweets everything is out of left field sometimes, but sometimes it's really funny. It actually makes me laugh. Man, this one's rough. Before you start, Broken, I will say I've been on one end, not as big as this one. But I have been on end of people piling on Twitter, and it's a bad look. One thing I will say, in this case, she doubled down. Like, she never doubled down. It's never good. Like, if you're getting a lot of heat, especially on social media, and you're like, "Man, fuck everybody, I'm gonna go again," it's like, it's never the right choice. Always just you know
walk
what?
away.
Just hold the L and then wait for time to pass, and eventually they'll go pile on somebody else. But this one, her name is SMGX Princess. I did not know of her until I wrote the story on the show notes. But this one's rough.
So here's the thing. First things first. She's very popular in the FGC because she gives a lot of money away to her locals. She gives a lot of money away for tournaments and this and that. So she isn't broke. Okay? She's not broke. She doesn't need money. But
It came off like it.
she did come off like it. So for those of you not in the know, what she did was she said, the FGC broke AF, as in as fuck. I swear y'all never subscribe or donate to fighting game streamers. We ain't never gonna grow.
Isn't it kind of true though?
Addendum to the addendum. Hold on. Before you
It
continue.
is true, but
It
it's
is
how she
true.
said it.
It is true, but to be fair, if you want to support fighting games, you don't support the streamers, you support the scenes.
Yeah, you don't care. I don't care about no damn streamer. They're making more money than my scene right now, man.
Right.
Here's the
My
thing.
scene supports me, goddammit. That's how that works.
Yeah, here's the thing. If you want to support your fighting games, the fighting game community, if a streamer is streaming a tournament, you support the stream for that. But if he's just playing fighting games, I mean, is the person a good person? Then sure, give them money. But if they're not a good person, or they're just playing fighting games and they're not even entertaining, who cares? Unless they're doing a tournament, who cares? That's what I'm saying.
Right.
I'm saying, like, you're not supporting the FGC if you don't give them money. That's not true. You're still supporting the FGC. Okay? Also, yeah, we're broke. Do you see how much Valorant makes?
Before we go on with this, I do want to say, and I remember I was watching a Chappelle interview, but he was like, "Hey, man, son, you're not broke. Broke is a state of mind. You're poor. That's what you are. We're poor in comparison to those big ass. What was it called? 1%ers. Yeah, we're pretty poor compared to them."
I will say this. The FGC as a whole, getting all of the fighting games together,
Garrett's rules for a reason,
do not make enough money as a single category in any of the other games, the other categories. Let's do this. League of Legends is a MOBA. League of Legends makes more money as a single property than all of the fighting games combined. Okay? We're not gonna be we're broke technically. We're poor. It's okay. It's okay that we're poor though. We know that we're poor. That's the joke.
Isn't it amazing that, like, when I think of League, everybody's playing League, been playing the same game for like the last, I don't know, 10 years? 13 years, same map, same colors, different character. Different characters. Anytime I see that game, it just looks the same.
They
green jungle.
Yeah,
green jungle, man.
Bro, they keep changing the meta every 5 minutes, bro.
Dude,
it's a new game every 5 minutes.
New game in the context of the actual, like, the more gameplay, but when you look at it from an outsider's perspective, it's like the same cheese, man.
It's the same thing, but like,
this motherfucker eating stale bread for 10 years, yo.
more than.
Yeah, but from an outside perspective, yeah, it's the same game. But from an inside perspective, it's a brand new game every 3 months. Like, or not even 3 months. Every month they have to change something new.
I mean, yeah, that's the business model. Mm-hmm. Well, let's get back to Princess over here. Mm-hmm. So I'll just recap. So, like you said, she put out that tweet, right? She basically said, the scene is broke. You guys don't support streamers. We'll never grow. But she put it in a way where it came off. She put like the emoji where it's like the crying, smiling face or whatever, the laughing face. It came off bad. Like, it came off like she's dissing the scene she's a part of. So, and also it came off like she's a streamer and people don't donate to her. I don't think that's how she wanted it to come off, but that's how it was perceived. So since she put out that tweet, she's been bombarded with a bunch of people, calling her money hungry, to stop begging for money on the internet, or maybe people are like, hey, maybe make better content. People will subscribe to your stuff, and then people were just saying this is not the best way to endear yourself to the community you're part of, which I agree with. Since that tweet, she got all this hate on Twitter, which is easy to do when you ruffle up some feathers, especially in the FGC.
Yep.
So she deletes that tweet, but then
she deleted it. You don't never delete your tweet, man. You better hold by what you stand for, man.
That's why I never delete my tweets. I hold my L's. I am accountable.
I've seen your tweets. You should delete some of them.
I'm accountable.
When your boy tells you that, there is some truth to that.
I'm here to shit post, okay? I will shit post.
I am the troll under the bridge, goddammit. I'm green as a troll.
He doesn't do it as much nowadays, but there was a time where Broken was like a thirsty retweeter.
Oh, yeah.
I would always get stuff as like Broken Wing liked. I was like, God damn, Broken, like put that in incognito,
brother.
I'm a brave soul. You will see my likes.
It's okay, yeah. I would join him sometimes, like. Anyway, so she gets bombarded. She deletes the tweet, and then she was explaining how she wasn't talking about herself. Broken, you were saying that. It was like, hey, she's actually one of the people who was actually donating a lot to the scene. Like she's one of the supporters. So she was saying, she wasn't talking about herself. She said, I get plenty of support from my stream. I'm doing fine. She was speaking about when she's watching other streamers, how they receive no support. But then she doubles down and she puts out this tweet. She says, honestly, if you ain't spending at least $100 in subs, don't even come to my stream. No broke boys allowed.
God damn, that's like 90% of her fan base right there.
Man, that's a tough look. I don't know if that tweet came before or after the original one, but she deleted that one as well. So it's safe to say the Twitter mob was not sympathetic to her situation. And since then, she says she's been taking a break from the platform, and she, basically called out the FGC for being toxic. The moral of the story, because I've been a part of this back when I had my beef with the PFC, the moral of the story is like, if you can't take the heat, or if you see that you put something out there that is causing controversy, just walk away. Don't even engage with it. Like, that's something that, like, you have to learn, especially once you create content. Like, people used to hate back when I used to do the Max Spice podcast. I used to say whatever about fighting games. People used to hate us when we used to talk stuff about fighting games in Hollywood and or in FGC Hollywood, not in actual Hollywood. But and it's a part. It comes with the territory. So that's something that I put on there. They'll turn on you in a heartbeat, especially with a platform so volatile like Twitter, where like every tweet is like just rapid fire, right? And like you got to be. It's like in the moment, but if you step away and you come back, like nobody cares. They'll find somebody else. Last thing I'll say about this is the toxic FGC thing. I gotta tell you, man, I used to think the FGC was the worst, right? But lately, I've been following a lot of these sports.
I knew this was coming. I knew this.
Some of these sports accounts, man, like. I don't know why.
I
but
think
like,
it's worse, man. Because
it is way worse.
It's just real, actual people, as opposed to like, oh man, I hate motherfuckers that play Ryu. It's like, so in that context, it's like, oh, I hate quarterbacks that can't throw for this, man. They're garbage. Oh, I'm like, damn, those are people though.
Dude, so this is an interaction I recently saw. So the Buffalo Bills, they're in Buffalo, New York, and they got snowed out of their stadium, right? They don't have a roof or anything. There was so much snow in the stadium that the Buffalo Bills had to play in Detroit because they have a dome. So the Detroit Lions let the Bills play in their building while Detroit was on the road playing somebody else. So Buffalo sent a $10,000 donation to a charity that Detroit supports. And Detroit on Twitter added Buffalo Bills saying, hey, thanks for the donation. Appreciate you. Hopefully you enjoyed our stadium or our dome. And then in the comments, there's a Miami Dolphins fan saying, fuck the Bills. Like, so in a nice little tweet, the Detroit saying thank you to Buffalo for the donation. There's a Miami
That's a true Miami fan right there, though. Hating till the day he dies, man. Man,
like,
that's the last words that man. Is there any last words you would like to say, Mr. Johnson? Man.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? So when Green Bay was fighting the Eagles, I was at work and I was like, "Oh, hey, what's everyone watching? Are you guys watching the Green Bay or are you guys watching the Eagles?" They're like, "We're watching neither. We're just watching to watch the Eagles get fucked." I was like, "Hold up, what? So you're only
we just want to see them lose.
You're only watching this game to see the Eagles lose. You don't even care about who's on the team. You just want the Eagles to lose." They're like, "Yeah, we're haters." Like, for real?
I can't imagine the amount of Mayweather stands that would just come in and be like, I just want to see his ass get knocked. Mm-hmm. I'm like, you spent how much just to see Mayweather not lose? Because you know he ain't going to lose. It's that same. I do want to say something just to bring it back to the Twitter thing. Looking through her Twitter, she's like the perfect example of someone that just kind of lives off this stuff. And you can tell, I mean, like you could see how much tweets do you really need to use in a day? You know, I feel like there's no limit.
Should be a limit.
But imagine it. You
should
just like
4.
I know, right? Every time something happens, you tweet it out. Every time something happens. How much is every time something happening in your head? A lot of things happen to me, but I just say, damn it. And I move on my goddamn life. But these people, like, I'm looking at it now, and she's on Black Twitter. So you already know that side of Twitter sucks, dude. Like, they don't they're crabs in a bucket, man. That mentality is a very strong mentality in the Black community. So they just put it all on the surface usually, but I'm seeing through it. It's just somebody that's like, on November 29th, I think she's tweeted like maybe like, dude, like 10, 20 tweets. That's
that
a
was
lot
when
of
the
tweets.
chaos happened. Yeah, that was when the chaos happened.
Imagine, but like at the same time too, though, like I do want to say one thing, and a lot of people have this misconception of just because you give money, and I don't give a damn how much money you give. I don't give a damn how much nice things you actually do. That doesn't necessarily mean you're a nice person. That's one thing nobody will truly understand. Doesn't matter how much things you give. Doesn't matter. I mean, hey, I don't know. Who's this dude? What's that guy that made Apple, or didn't make Apple, but he basically funded the corporation and all that stuff? Steve Jobs. All right, this motherfucker, he gave millions of people jobs. He's helped millions of people. Gave millions of people probably phones. Donated to plenty of charities. And on the side note, this motherfucker got Chinese little kids killing themselves because they working at ridiculous hours. I mean, you know, it doesn't. Right? It doesn't matter how much things you do good. I don't think that makes somebody essentially a good person. Sometimes it's more so the intent or the actual kindness of it. Like, you know, you're a good person when you just do good things and you don't talk about them. That's why good people, you don't hear about them. Mm-hmm. They just do things that are good. That's it. Like, bad things happen. People hear about it because we always circulate towards bad things, misdeeds. You know, there's a morality issue there, and you don't want that to happen to yourself. When it's a good person, it's not like you're hearing about how good this person is. So when someone talks about, man, I've done various things. I've given many money to all these. Like, man, I don't care how much money you've given. That doesn't mean you're a good person. That just means you got money to spend and you want to give it to somebody. Right. Like, it's like, I could give a homeless dude $100, but I'm not going around telling my friends, yeah, man, I give plenty of homeless people $100. I'm like, so? Like, that doesn't make you a good person, man.
Exactly.
Good people just do things that are good, but when you're a good person, you don't look for praise. That's right. That's why being good is hard and being bad is easy. You ruin is easy. Building a building is like a lot of effort, but breaking it is easy as hell, man. It takes like 5 minutes to break that thing. So it's like, you know, how's my saying go? Rome wasn't built in a day, but it can burn in one.
Speaking of bad Twitter takes, this next topic is gonna be a bad Twitter take. You know what? Just to like highlight what the next one is about. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I would never want to be
I saw that tweet.
Manager. I would never want to be a media manager the day X media like says anything, because like I could be saying something amazing about anything. I could be like, "Hey guys, the company just drew this amazing art. If X company did one thing wrong, bro."
I hope you grow up and die. Drop dead and die, motherfucker.
Yeah. I could do anything. I could be like, "Hey guys, did you know that that Sin like steak seasoned with salt? You should season your steaks with salt today." Fuck you!
You corny. The player haters ball, man. You corny.
Right. This is okay. So there's a lot to this story. I think who actually did a really good job of breaking this down is Ernesto on Button Check. He did a really good job. So if you want like the full story what happened,
I was gonna say Moogle Mail from Ludwig. Ludwig's video. Yeah. I saw that one.
So Ernesto uses a part of what Ludwig was saying in his thing. So it's a combination of two, but we'll try to do this justice as well. I actually have a clip also that I want to play to you at the end of what Bobby Scar, who is a longtime commentator and personality in the scene of Smash, was saying about the treatment from Nintendo to their fan base and how they treat their players. And I think it's actually pretty interesting, an idea that I saw on Twitter. Broken probably saw it as well, but Pringle, I don't think you probably heard it, so it'd be good to listen to it at the end. So let's talk about this. One thing before I start reading. I was telling this to people in Discord as well. I feel vindicated because I had two rants, right? Right, vindication. I had two rants on FGC Hollywood. One was the cross-up, was the hitbox, right? Remember that? Where like they were all shitty to me when I asked them, I was like, is this thing legal? And they were like, shut the fuck up. Like, don't say anything. Like, and they were really like hush hush about it. And then it turned out, I was like, oh wait, it's not legal.
Yeah,
you guys are a bunch of. So that's one. Two was Panda Global. I was like, Panda Global is, you want to talk about corny. Like, these guys, you could tell, like, there was something in the water there that I was like, it ain't right. Like, I don't know what's going on with Panda. I know that they're technically Grassroots as a sponsor for fighting games, but like, man, I just never really liked it the way they did business. And this here is definitely something that I was like, it finally surfaced, and I was like,
oh man, this is.
I'm gonna get a kick out of this, ain't I?
This is basically the culmination of, you have a nice toy, I want nice toy. You're not giving me nice toy? All right, I'm going to call my dad on you.
Oh, man.
Yep.
That is literally what this is. It is, you have nice toy, I want nice toy. You're not giving me nice toy? All right, now no one gets nice toy.
Yep, definitely like rich kid mentality type of thing. So let's get into it. It's there's a lot going on here. So this is the Panda Global / VG Bootcamp controversy.
Also, BTT.
Right.
Yeah, BTS controversy.
Yes. So VGBC, which is VG Bootcamp, they had the Smash World Tour, which is a circuit that makes up a bunch of Smash tournaments, both for Melee and Ultimate. It includes streams and prize pools, so it's a big deal for the Smash scene. However, on the day before Thanksgiving, VGBC was contacted by Nintendo with a cease and desist letter, forcing VGBC to cancel their upcoming events, putting a halt on the Smash World Tour in 2022, with the future uncertain for 2023. So they had a bunch of...
That's messed up.
They had a bunch, and this is not the first time, obviously, right? The Nintendo puts out a C&D. Remember the big house when they were like, hey, stop that, you're using Slippy.
The whole thing, though, wow, that's crazy. Nintendo's savage.
All of it.
Right. Now, so, go ahead.
I think unironically, the next part that you're about to say kind of correlates with it because, but yeah, go on. I'm sorry. I'm
it's always the carriage before the horse with broken. Yeah. Yeah, I know. You get excited with these things. So, as it turns out, the CEO of Panda Global, Dr. Allen, contacted Nintendo with the tip on VGBC running the circuit unofficially. Now, why would he do that? Because Panda Global actually has their own vested interest in Super Smash Bros., as they have the Panda Cup, which is officially licensed as a circuit for the games. Mm-hmm. Dr. Allen tried to poach tournament organizers from tournaments who were a part of the Smash World Tour that VGBC was running, with threatening remarks that Nintendo would probably shut down the event since the tournaments are not a part of an official licensed circuit. So basically, like the wink, wink, nudge, nudge is like, hey, you might want to come work with us because I don't think you guys are even going to be a thing because you're not licensed by Nintendo.
Yo, instead of being like, hey, why don't I try to help y'all? I'm going to take from y'all. Right.
So,
Jesus.
Here's the thing that's interesting was that you probably will be talking about it, but the Ludwig video explained that originally Panda was like, it's our tournament or no tournament. And then everyone was like, we don't really care. We've been doing this for a while. So then they were like, okay, if you get points in that tournament, we'll count it in our tournament, okay? And then all of a sudden, well, you're probably going to get to it, which is the BTS controversy.
Yeah. So actually, to piggyback off what you just said, so BGBC said to those tournament organizers, it was like, hey, we don't have exclusive rights to your tournament. So if you want to be for the tournament, let's say your CEO is like, if you want to be a part of both the Smash World Tour and Panda Cup, go ahead. Like VGBC had no problem with it. But Panda was like, nah, you're either with us or with nobody. And that's where I think, it got dirty. So not only that, but the fact that, Dr. Allen was trying to basically steal those tournament organizers away from... Yeah, so that is really dirty, right?
It's literally the rich stealing from the poor right here, man.
It's the new kid on the block thinking he makes the rules after just moving in there. It was just crazy. Like, so after that didn't work, Dr. Allen also tried to force his hand on Beyond the Summit, which Beyond the Summit run is like super popular as an organizer, right? They're a big stream. They run a bunch of Smash related events, coincidentally featuring some of the regional tournaments that were planned to be a part of the Panda Cup. After failing to have those tournament organizers break their broadcast contract with Beyond the Summit, because Panda wanted the broadcasting rights on their channel, not on Beyond the Summit, Panda Global reached directly to Beyond the Summit asking for their broadcasting rights for the Smash events as part of Panda Cup. Beyond the Summit refused, and therefore Dr. Allen threatened them that he will go to Nintendo with this information, which can jeopardize Beyond the Summit's capability of not only running tournaments tied to Panda Cup, but any Smash tournament in 2023. So he was going to try to shut down the whole operation because he wanted the broadcasting rights for Smash events.
So basically what he said, in order to kind of like dumb this down, basically he was like, hey, BTS has all the Smash content. We want to be the Smash content. We don't want BTS to be the Smash content. BTS is like, yeah, but we have legacy. That's why people watch us. You guys are starting something new. You guys got to build your reputation. Panda's like, no, we're the official. We don't care if you're the legacy. We're the official. We're the guys that actually...
The licensed, right?
Yeah, we're the licensed. BTS is like, okay, but... And then they're like, okay, if you don't want to budge, then fuck it. No one gets to budge. And we'll be the only Playboys on the market. And so they told Nintendo, and what Nintendo said is, okay, unless you're licensed by us, no more. They used to let it be where it's like, it doesn't matter. We don't care because we don't look. But now they're like... It used to be,
as long as you're not modding the game or representing it in any way that is harmful to the brand of Nintendo, they would let you do your thing. Like, don't use any mods. Don't make any bootleg rollback netcode for Melee. Just play the game the way it was designed. But now, with the help of Panda Global, they're like, if it's not licensed, it ain't going. Which is like, dude.
Whoa, man. So they're essentially, so Nintendo's, I mean, in that context, then, if they're sending a cease and desist to VGBC, which is like, literally, that is grassroots. I mean, when you've seen their startup, I mean, it was like TK and E and a couple of these other commentators, and it was a very, very small group of people playing their game and Gimmer and stuff like that. And then they're getting told that they can't do it. So what about everybody else? Ludwig. It's the same thing that's going to happen to them then. That's crazy. Nintendo's going that wild. Damn, so what happened, dude? Like, what is that though? Like, it makes me really wonder why that company, just because when you think about it, it's all free press. It's all free. I mean, they're basically getting like free exposure and free advertisement for all those VGBC players. And VGBC is the most popular thing. I'm not thinking of Panda Global when I'm thinking of Smash games. I'm thinking about VGBC. And that's always going to be like that because they've been playing and doing things since the dawn of time.
But they don't care about that because you remember, as big of a deal as the Big House was, they didn't blink when they were like when they canceled those guys.
Here's the thing. Now, with this new Nintendo like thing, fiasco, no one can make a Smash tournament for Smash anymore. Ludwig wants to do the Ludwig tournaments that he always does because he loves Smash and he was part of the Smash scene before he became a streamer.
He's worked with BTS as well.
Yep. Nope. No more.
Prior.
What was it? The whole entire thing with who's Ninja? Nope. No more Ninja. No more anything. If you're not official, like, let's say I wanted to run a Smash tournament. Nope, not anymore. If you are not licensed by Nintendo, you might as well not even try.
Yeah, which is, it wasn't an issue until Panda Global decided to be pretty selfish with the
you
licensing.
You think they've helped manipulate them then? Maybe they had some sort of hand in manipulating Nintendo's decision.
They were definitely whistleblowing. They were like, hey, these guys are doing this over here. and be like, "Well, we have the
Just
license."
dirty your image, you know. It's like, why do you let them dirty your image? So they've been doing it for a while. We're the new guys. We're official.
Yeah,
let us do it all.
Again, Dr. Allen wanted all the views, and since he wasn't getting all of the views, he was like, "Well, then fuck you. I will make it officially all my views. If you won't give me what I want, then I'm taking it."
Grimy. Man,
Nintendo, but like it like makes me think because it's like Nintendo's also kind of giving them the hand on that. And it's like, man, they really they're so terrible when it comes to their Smash players. I don't know why they don't like it, man. It really seems like a really bad abusive relationship with your uncle.
This is a good segue. So I have a clip here of Bobby Scar talking about corporate America and like Nintendo ruining. I don't think he brought up Panda, but he basically ruining what the fans are trying to do. So let me play this clip, and hopefully it plays correctly. And then once it ends, see what you think about this idea, because I didn't think about it. I think it's a cool route. So here's Bobby Scar.
We have our tournaments. If we get the C&D, then we turn the tournament into a protest. We turn the fucking tournament into a protest. What do I mean by that? Everybody still come. I want the stream to be on. And I want to be talking on the stream about the state of the world and how we're trying to come together to play some video games. And corporate America is like telling us that we can't. Are we going to see the police come in and take our CRTs away? No, I don't think so.
They won't bring this damn thing. Hell no, they won't like, man, that's heavy.
Too heavy.
They picking them damn CRTs.
What do you think about that? So he says, hey, still come, like show up to where the tournaments where we're supposed to play Smash. But instead, we'll try to spread awareness.
I have a great idea for that, Mac. Let them all come together and play Rivals, baby. Let's get it. Let's play some Rivals, goddammit.
I've been saying this whole time. It's like, Smash fans are just Smash fans. They're not platform fighting fans.
Yeah, they aren't. Yeah,
Smash fans.
I think
if you like Smash, there are way better games that are the exact same as Smash with better communities that actually like you. And none of them switch over. They're like, nope, we're still Smash.
And you're right, man. I've seen it up close, man. Those Smash players, man, there'd be like 30, 40 of them. And then as soon as Smash tournament is over, all them leave, and then it's just us, the dudes in the corner playing fighting games, and it's like 4 or 5 of us. I don't know, man. I think I would do it though. Like, let's just come together. I mean, sure, you ain't got the game, but you could still come Mario Kart or something. I don't know, man. Come together and play something else, but still come and protest. Speed run something. I don't know, man. Play on Steam. Come together and have a good time, and don't let somebody else stop you from that. Sure, you can't play the game you want to play, but that doesn't mean there's other games you can't. I would just come together and keep doing that, because you have to as a community. It's either you do nothing, which then they'll just do whatever they want, or you fight against them. Yeah, right? Or you protest, and protesting is ultimately the more fair way of going about things, because you have to create a conversation. You have to open some sort of communication, because it seems like, to me, I think one of the biggest problems with a lot of the guys is that it seems like Panda and Nintendo, they have an open communication. It don't seem like BGBC and them and Nintendo have any form of communication. So these motherfuckers are just punching down on people that they're like ants to them, man. Nintendo doesn't see these people as people, so they're just kind of stomping on them, when in reality, some of those people, some of that is a bit of their livelihood too. They get a lot of money from the commentating and the streaming and the tournaments. So it really sucks that Nintendo's doing this, and then it even sucks even more, doubly so, when you have a company that should be trying to help everybody. I mean, these guys are the official licensed guys. So then you could be like, all right, guys, like, we're the official guys, but we'll try to add in the non-official stuff in between so that we can come together and, what is it, like, come together, 2 butt cheeks and become the, but they're not doing that, man.
Asshole? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. No, it's the poop, man. But, like, I don't know, man. That sucks, dude. I didn't even know about that. That's crazy that Nintendo they literally put a cease and desist. It's pretty much on everybody that isn't Panda then.
Yep.
And that's pretty
Really
and Panda's in a sense, if Panda was good, they would be upset. That's what their response should be. They should be upset at Nintendo and be like, nah, we're not. If they don't get to do it, then we're not gonna do it too, because that's not fair. But they said, hell no. Screw these dudes, let them sink. And like, you know what I mean, with the hand, like, peace, dog.
But you know what?
Leave the hand in the water.
You know what sucks the most is that now this fucks over all the Panda folks. Justin Wong is
makes him look bad too.
Yeah,
It does.
Justin Wong is going
R.I.P.
to
It has nothing to do with it, though.
Yeah, Justin Wong has nothing to do with this, but is going to get hate mail. Giuna has nothing to do with this, but is going to get hate mail. Kizzy K has nothing to do with this, but going to get hate mail.
So
Punk has nothing to do with this, but well, he gets hate mail anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm telling
Hold
you,
on.
like,
It's December 1st. I don't believe Panda Global has made an official statement on what has transpired. Like, I don't think they've taken ownership on the fact.
This? Sorry.
I believe this. So the cease and desist was a day before Thanksgiving, and then
Damn, they let it on. Damn, Nintendo like, bro, we don't celebrate that. Let it.
right.
Japan, bro. I remember when Sin came out. What was it? What's Romola, aka what's her name? The cow lady.
Who cares, man? Just
Anyway,
keep going.
She was making
That Guilty Gear player.
yeah, she was making the joke about like, oh, you guys can't play Sin because y'all are celebrating Thanksgiving. Couldn't be me and my Canadian self, and I was like, bruh.
All right. So yeah, it sucks that Nintendo is the way that they are, and it's really grimy by Panda Global, the fact that they have not made a statement. At least I didn't see one on Twitter, and I have seen a lot of people go back at Panda, especially on social media, saying, "Hey, you know, you guys suck," or especially on Dr. Allen, like what he did was super grimy, and I don't know. I do have a little bit of sympathy. You know what was weird? Like, who would think? But the voice of reason on Twitter was Leffen, saying he's like, the worst thing we can do right now is to say fuck Nintendo, because that's not, like you said, Prinkle, that's not going to create a conversation. That's just going to create a further divide.
I don't want to listen to that guy though. I feel like he always just comes out of nowhere trying to be the voice of reason. It's like, man, shut your ass up. Nobody want to listen to you. You've been bad like 364 days.
Yeah.
I mean, 363 days. Now's not the time for you. So when it comes from him, even if he's right, it's like, yeah. But
yeah, well,
he's right.
A broken clock is right twice a day. So he just had a moment. And he is right, despite being wrong most of the time. But I do think, like, I'm not a Smash player. I've never been a part of that scene, but I do have sympathy for them. Like, it sucks. It sucks at the way they get treated by Nintendo.
Dude, Nintendo just really just doesn't like their players. And it's really weird because, like, it seems like Sakurai understands that the creator of the game, he understands these people play it, but maybe he also has little to no control when he sees these people, because it's like, come on, man, you can't not notice the millions of Smash players. Like, they're in your face everywhere. Motherfucker probably walks down the street, goes to the convenience store, and there's definitely somebody that says, hey, Sakurai, you know, I like the game you made. He's definitely, so it's like, it's really weird and very disconnected to the reality of what's there. It's super weird, man.
It is. Oh, well, good luck. We'll see what happens with Smash. I'll try to keep tabs on this story to see, you know, what is the final verdict on, you know, people just trying to play Smash. And we'll see if Bobby Scar's idea of showing up and protesting will, you know, do anything. So I'll definitely follow it.
I just want to add one thing, but I do agree on the Panda being scummy, though. Man, like, let's be honest, man. It seems like they just kept grabbing more and more people. And, like, whenever I see any organization doing it, I'm like, it's not a close-knit group anymore. It seems like you're just trying to get as much as you can. Okay.
Well, do you remember? So they are very, in my opinion, very opportunistic when it comes to trying to make money. Do you remember?
Yeah.
I think it was like on episode 2 of FGC Hollywood. You and I were talking about how they had a professional Fall Guys team. Remember that?
Oh, they had that? That was a thing? Oh, yeah, you're right. See, that's what I'm talking. Anytime they see, like, they definitely is the rat and the cheese, man. Anytime they see a little bit of cheese, they're going to run for it, man. Doesn't matter what's around them. They're going to go for it, dude.
Yeah. So, yeah, I always had a thing with Panda where I was like, no, I'm not. I don't dig it. Can't do it. So,
I just checked Twitter, and yet they have not said anything yet.
Yeah. It's not good. NG. Gents, let's take a short break. Unfortunately, we're going a little long, so we are going to roll back the topic again. We'll get to it eventually. I wanted to get to it today because who knows when we'll get Project L news, but I don't think we'll get one.
We'll
within
get
the coming.
something at like the Video Game Awards, maybe.
I don't think so. Anyway, I wanted to get this one just because it was, who knows how long before it's no longer timely. But we'll roll it back for this show. We'll come back after our break, do wrap up, and then that'll be the podcast. So we'll be right back. I'm going to fill up my water again because I've been drinking like crazy this time. I'm dehydrated. And then we'll wrap up the show. So we'll be right back.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I'm looking at the timer right now. If you want to wait, this is up to the three of us.
I don't care. It says 26 minutes left. 27 minutes left. If y'all want to wait the 27 minutes to see what this stupid thing is, and we can all like live, unedited, react to it, I'm cool with it. But if you don't, then whatever.
I don't really care, man. Either or, fine with me.
Well, then let's ask Mac. Mac will be the deciding factor.
What's up?
We got 27 minutes before this. So if
I don't think we'll get to it.
If you want to, we could live on stream react. But...
You could do that post podcast. I probably won't add it to the show itself, but if you want to stay live to react to it, pro streamer broken.
Pro stram, indeed, and dizzles. Dang, quick fire game shoutouts. This is a lot of quick fire.
It is. I'm actually going to get rid of this. I like State of Decay 3 because I'm a State of Decay fan, but it's a lot. We'll just do the quick fire.
I think that State of Decay is an interesting game because it's either one of those games where you like it or you don't.
I spent a lot of time playing it co-op with my buddy Snowflake. It's super fun. Like
I can't play it alone, but I've played it with friends, and it's like it's one of those games where it's like you love it or you don't.
I swear, when y'all be talking about playing games with friends, I'm like, nope. Never heard of such a thing, man.
That sounds
what are friends?
Yeah, what are friends?
Multiplayer games.
What's a friend?
All I know is playing, Dragon Quest and Tales by myself.
I play MMOs and I'm always by myself in them anyway. So massively multiplayer online and nobody talks to each other. Oh, how about that?
It's lonely.
Honestly, now you should pick up FF14 because
man, I had that same feeling when I played Final Fantasy 14, even when it was hot as hell, bro. Like nobody be talking. You go through dungeon runs and then nobody talks, like a whole 30-minute dungeon, and then someone's like, "Peace." That's it. Like at the end.
What are you gonna say in a dungeon run? We're here to get tombstone.
Nobody talks in these games, man. It's like they'll be like, "All right, man, join my shell. Here's my Discord link." I'm like, no, that's weird to me.
I mean, to be fair, in a learning party, I'll join the Discord just so I can hear the one guy who knows what the hell to do.
That's not fun, though, man. It's fun when I don't know. Like, it's like that's how you do it back in the day, man. You play through. That's the fun part about it.
Yeah, to be fair, I've actually had a learning party where none of it, like only one person knew what was going on. And he's like, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna like tell you hints. I'm gonna tell you hints when we find out what's next. And that's what happened. We all learned by being like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then all of a sudden he'd be like, hey, by the way, in order to break this mechanic, you do this. And then we're like, oh, we get it now. Like he would only like explain it once we saw the mechanic. Like,
dude. And you reminded me right quick, just real short. There's a dungeon in the game called Armvale, man. I remember this dungeon. Yo, what a scrub killer, dog. This whole dungeon, you run. Yeah, Armvale, man.
Is still, to this day, Armvale is still the most hated fucking.
It is a freaking scrub killer, and I loved it. When you first go in, you're supposed to know about certain things the game never teaches you. So you run through that dungeon, bro, you die so many times when you first start out. You got to pay attention to a little bar. You got to pay attention to a certain thing that the monster does. And if you get hit by it, it will automatically kill you. Like, it's all this little stuff. And I was enjoying it so much because it wasn't like a roller coaster ride. I didn't know anything. It was a challenging thing. It was so fun. Everybody was just getting smoked. I loved it, dude. That was the most enjoyable experience I had in Final Fantasy 14.
You know, one of the reasons why people still to this day hate Armvale, it is not because of the mechanics of the dungeon. It is because the first part of that dungeon to get to the first boss is a chore and a half. Because
Dude, I'm saying.
either you wall-to-wall pull and your healer and tank have to fucking lay down defense and healing, or you just pick up a mob here, you pick up a mob there, you pick up a mob here and there, and you try to rush as fast as you can without touching anyone else that you don't need to. It is a nightmare because there's too many mobs. There are too many mobs in the first area that if you try to grab all of them together like normal,
You will get smoked.
get smoked. Like normally when you run a dungeon, you wall-to-wall pull. But in Arm Vale, in the first section, if you wall-to-wall pull, you die.
Dude, and that's one of the things that, like, just right quick, I just really like that dungeon because it's such a learning curve. Like, it doesn't teach you anything. You just go in there. It's like Balrog in the thing. You go in there, you're like, all right, I'm safe. This motherfucker just comes out, just pulls up and slaps you, man. And then it's like, okay. And like everybody has that same experience because it's like, you learn from a struggle. But when like so many other dungeons, you just kind of go through it, the motions. Nobody cares. Nobody's talking to each other. It's not fun, man. There has to be something that smokes you a lot of times. That's the best relationships you ever have are the ones that culminate from some sort of struggle, man.
That's true. Very true.
There's another dungeon that came out in Stormblood leading to Shadowbringers that did the same thing, which is basically called the Burn. And the reason why people hate the Burn is not because of the dungeon, it's because of the last boss. Will smoke the hell out of you.
Dude,
People be
I love that.
Bro, how do we get past the last boss? And it's a story dungeon too, so you have to do.
Oh, so you have to do it, yeah.
And so people are just like, we gotta do the Burn. All right, let me carry your fucking ass through this.
That's great.
Those are the best experiences.
Yeah,
though.
man.
Pringle, do you remember old school Maple? I don't know if you did any, but like some of my favorite memories is, do you remember the jump quest in Sleepywood where like
you hated that. Could never beat that one in Kerning was really hard, but yeah, man, that jump quest was mad hard, man.
Well,
I think it was worth it, right?
So Kerning I thought was a little easier because normally when you would fall, you wouldn't fall so far down.
That's true, yeah.
And Sleepywood, if you got all the way up and you fell, you're all the way back because it's so wide, like the platform, like it's just you're all the way down. I used to have a buddy. This is one of my favorite memories. Is like my buddy was actually really good at jump quests in Maple, and like I hated them too. Like they suck. Like
the game isn't designed well to be jump quested like that, man.
No, and they make him hard enough where it's just frustrating. Like it's just annoying.
Very small jumps. You have to be on the edge of a platform to make these like jumps. It's like, no way.
Yeah, and the screen shakes in the background too, which is annoying. But I had a buddy who was like, dude, I was ready to give up. I was like, I'm never gonna get to the top because I keep falling, and I get, that what you progressively get worse is like you get to like the third stage, and they're like, okay, I got this pattern down, and then you die. It's like, oh, it's annoying. It's annoying. I had a buddy. His name was Shadow King 41. I used to do every jump quest I used to do with this fool. He was super good at it, and Shadow would always get up to the top, and then he'd just wait for me, and I'd be like, all right, I'm almost there. And back then you just type, right? There's no voice chat.
It's type.
And I remember he used to get to the top, and I was like, and even though you're at the bottom and he's at the top, you can't even see him. He can still read your messages. Like I'd be like, dude, I'm done. Like I'm never going up there. And this fool, I remember, like he was like, nah, dude, and he would like all caps. He's like, nah, dude, just keep trying. And then I'd see like from the map, his dude just jumped from the top all the way to the bottom so he could do it with me again up there. I was like, man. And then I remember we got it done, and I was like, that was one of my favorite parts. I was like, we're gonna go through the suck together. Like it's
yeah, that's the point, man. But MMOs have been, a lot of games have turned so single player driven. I don't like it. So many of that. I love that you gotta embrace the suck, man.
Embrace the suck together.
Embrace the suck. Merry Christmas, dog.
You know
all
what?
Right.
That should be a thing. Embrace the suck together. That'll be the way we play games.
Sure. Yeah, we'll skip the topic. Maybe we'll do it after the River City Girls podcast. All right, gents. Final section of the podcast. Like I said at the top of the show, we're skipping the little mini topic that was technically a question from the mailbag. We'll come back to it. Hopefully, after the River City Girls discussion, which will happen on the 15th. No podcast next week. Podcast week after that. And then I don't know what we're going to do with Christmas. I don't know. Well, once we get closer to that date, we'll figure that out. Because I think actually the podcast happens a day after Christmas. I don't know.
I was gonna say I'll probably be gone. I'm gonna be gone from like the 21st to like the 26th or something like that. So
yeah,
you can do that cool little thing that we all do called the remote buy-in. Like, hey, I'm live here with my family. You guys want to say something in the podcast?
Right. Oh man.
We'll see. We'll plan that accordingly. Either Broken and I will do something if I'm not doing anything, or if he's not doing anything, or we might just skip that episode. And after the holidays, hopefully we can get on a consistent run of doing podcasts. So, you know how it is: the holidays, the family, the food.
Mm-hmm.
The food is number one.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a quick fire game shout outs because I had a bunch of these in my emails, and I was like, "Oh, these look super cool," and I want to talk about them. Some of them are out now. Some of them are out in the future. So let's get to them. So Teslagrad 2, a sequel to Teslagrad, an action 2D puzzle platformer developed by Rain Games and published by Modus Games, which, man, Modus, they are the indie GOAT right now as far as publishing small games. I mean, I don't know how many times I shouted them out already. I mean, obviously they're most known here with TFH. They're the publisher of TFH.
Oh,
They picked up Main 6, but these guys have picking up all these little small indie developers that are absolute gems. So Modus, I think, has had such an incredible year as a publisher. They've been really good.
I'm surprised they're making a Teslagrad 2 because Teslagrad 1 was a good game.
Wasn't?
Yeah, it was a good game. It was a very...
Oh.
It was it's a puzzle platformer that made me like think with magnets.
So it looked cool. I wrote here atmospheric. I think the art style is great. Looks like a promising little indie title coming to Steam and spring of 2022. Coming to spring and Steam. 2023 rather. So that looks interesting. The next one is Blacktail, an action RPG with archery-based first-person shooting developed by The Parasite, spelled para and then sight like the vision, and published by Focus Entertainment. Appears to have heavy emphasis on story. Choice matters for both good and evil, a little arcadey in its gameplay with the arrows and all that, but could have, sneaky potential to turn out to be a solid title. That one is coming out December 15th, 2022 on Steam, PS5, and Xbox Series X, and S. My voice cracked right there. This next one, this is a Pringle game, though, because, the first two,
I know about this one, too.
He's like, whatever. But this one is definitely a Pringle game. This one is Chained Echoes, a 16-bit style turn-based JRPG developed and published by Deck 13 Interactive. This one looks great. Has everything that you want in a classic JRPG title, intricate equipment and skill system, crafting, party management, etc. That one is coming December 7th, 2022 to PlayStation 4, Xbox Game Pass, Steam, and Switch. So
I have a weird feeling it might not be that good. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. It feels like one of those games where it's like they're propping it up a lot. A lot of people have talked about this one, and I'm just like, something about it, man, makes me feel like it might not be as good as what people think it will be. But it looks good, though. I'll say that much.
The trailer made it look really good. It made it look
pretty good.
Yeah. So we'll see. This next one is, I think, this is a game, speaking of co-op, this is a game I think Broken and I would enjoy. I don't know about you, Pringle, but Broken and I think you and I will enjoy playing a game like this co-op. Hellbreach Vegas, a wave-based first-person shooter survival game developed by Infinity Ape Studios and published by Iceberg Interactive. This is a fun-looking co-op survival zombie / creature that's trying to eat your brain type game. You fortify your surroundings, shoot things, metal music. I mean, what's not to love in this kind of game? So the planned release date for this one is sometime in 2023 for Steam.
You know what? We're adding it. We're gonna add it to our
games list.
Yeah, games list.
Yeah, it looks cool. Hellbreach Vegas, first person, kind of, shoot zombies and metal music. This is the Broken game on the list. So
I don't know, man. I don't know.
You don't think so?
No, I mean, I don't know. I'm actually like, I think I'm more interested in that one than the other one, man.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, man. I love 3D platformers, man.
All right. Well, I know Broken, when you and I did the tier list, 3D platforms very high on there. So, Lunistis, a PlayStation 1/Sega Saturn inspired 3D platformer developed by a Grumpy Fox and published by Deck 13. This is definitely just a Broken Wing game. When I saw the trailer, you play as a Tanuki, you jump around the world, super colorful and cute. It's out now on Steam and Nintendo Switch, and also has a free demo on Steam for you to try out. So you can give it a go. Looks cute.
I'll definitely try it on the Switch. I really like these graphics because I wish I mean, I didn't grow up playing Sega Saturn. In fact, I didn't grow up playing any Sega games, man. I got a Genesis, but I haven't played it like once because a friend just gave it to me. But something about this looks kind of fun because it's like someone taking Sega Saturn. Like Sega Saturn is such a under talked about console and stuff. So I think I like the Sega stuff. Looks pretty cool. All the time I haven't played it, but every time I look at it, I'm like, I kind of want to try it.
All right, yeah, this is already yep.
That's a broken game.
Yeah, this is
It looks mad fun, man.
This is a broken game if I've ever seen one. Jeez.
Well, so
I like the paper crane.
Yeah, no, it's I mean, it's a $5 game too on Steam, free demo if you want to try it. So
That's about my price range.
Right. For you? Yeah.
That's about my price range.
Although knowing you'll probably try to find it for like $374.
Yeah, I will. I'll put it on my wish list and wait for it to drop.
You know what?
Right.
I'm gonna buy it right now.
There you go. All right, Lunistis. Yeah, I had a feeling Broken would like that one. This one, so that was the 3D platformer on the quick fire. This is the 2D platformer on the quick fire. This is my kind of game. This is called Grapple Dog, a 2D action platformer developed by Medallion Games and published by Super Rare Originals. Again, this is a super cute, colorful art style. You play as a dog with a grappling hook. I'm pretty sure he's wearing overalls. You save the world from giant mechanical robots. It's available now on Steam, Nintendo Switch, and Xbox Series X and S. He's so cute, the little grapple dog.
Yeah.
I love dogs in games, dude.
It reminds me of the DS game, honestly, with these graphics, man. It really reminds me of that DS feel, man.
Yeah, it's a little more expensive. I believe that one is like $15 on Steam.
I love how
But,
the moment I search this up, the second video for Grapple Dog is Grapple Dog, all bosses plus true ending. I'm like, bro, already? Like, I just want to watch the video. I don't want to watch all the bosses. I don't want to get spoiled.
It's a super cute 2D. I mean, I don't know. I would pay $15 for that, but like, I definitely put that on my wish list, and I'll wait for it to come down. So,
yeah, it
looks some gems
fun.
in there.
Yeah. Dude, sorry. I just remembered this game has a lot of actually has Wario Land in the game with certain things that they do, like the ground pound and stuff like that, and breaking through bricks to get down. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Wario Land, a little bit of Mario, but like Wario Land a little bit too.
Yeah, super cute. So that one is out now. What is not out now is Tekken 8, but Broken, like you were talking about, I don't know if you said this during the podcast or before it started, but it has been confirmed that Tekken 8 will be getting another trailer at the Game Awards, so something to look forward to, even though I won't be watching the Game Awards live. I'll probably watch the trailer after. PGA will be held on December 8th, 2022, so we'll see what we get with Tekken 8. So that's on the docket. That's it, gents. We made it through another ride to Orbis. We're at the end. Let's go fight the Balrog and do all those things. My favorite part. I mean, Broken didn't play MapleStory. My favorite part was after you get at the end of the ship ride or whatever. I would always like go to down the tower, and then I thought I was the only one that did that. Like there's like a cheat, but then I realized it's not a cheat. But then
the map scroll.
The map scroll.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So I would get down to Tower 11, and then that's when you had all the ice and stuff, and I would just do nearest town scroll, and I'd be like, all right, let me go fight some werewolves.
Yeah, man.
Fun times.
That was some fun times, man. I wish games were like that, man. So many times that it's like I wish they were fun like that, man.
R.I.P. Yeah, gents, that's all we have for this show. So again, no podcast next week. I'll be off in the great land of Florida, where Pringle and I used to live back in the day. Yeah, I'm gonna become a Florida man for about 7 days, and
There you go.
it should be fun. Yeah, see some relatives. Be good times. But we will be back on the 15th. We're gonna be talking about some River City girls. They beat people up, and then we'll be back again, maybe the week after it. We might skip that week because of the holidays, Christmas and all that. But for sure, we should be back, I think, right before New Year's. So that could be a thing. But yeah, appreciate everybody. I mean, we're not gonna be seeing you for a second, but appreciate everybody for listening, and appreciate my co-host Pringle the One, aka, or also Pringle the Two, aka Broken Wing. And my name is Max Fletcher, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Peace, everybody. All righty. We got 6 minutes, folks. Or 7 minutes.
Yeah, like, peace, y'all. Take care. Dude, I was gonna say before, Mac, do you like those pastelitos that the Cubans make? You like the little guava pastry?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dude, you gotta eat one of those. You can't get that probably over there in St. Louis. I can't get that over here, man. The Mexicans, they do kind of something, but it's hard bread. But the way they do it in Miami, it's soft bread and it's delicious.
So,
And they put cheese in it. I can only get that out there, it seems like, because that's one thing I miss from there, eating those pastelitos, man. So that's one thing you got to eat out there. Those are so tasty, man. And then there's a dude on the street selling churros for $1. I hear these Mexicans, man. They be, man, one churro, that's $8. Like,
that's way too much for a churro. Now,
man, they smart out here, man. This is these Oregon Mexicans. They're different, man. They're not
built different.
They're built different, man. Miami Cubans are like selling oranges on the street and apples and crap like that.
I will say this. So my new job is in a military town. It's called
Oh
Killeen.
man,
It's an hour away too. It's called Killeen.
Jesus, you commute an hour?
No, I don't commute an hour. I commute 15
say.
minutes, and then I ride with my boss who commutes an hour. So,
Jesus.
Yeah, but
Terrible.
Apparently, I found out that Killeen has a Panamanian restaurant, and I was like, I'm Panamanian. Let me go over here. So you know what? Maybe next month or this month, I might go to Killeen to go and get some Panamanian food because
There you go.
I gotta eat some Hispanic delights.
I should tell you the story. So my parents are the same thing. They're Panamanian, right? But like, we went to a restaurant in New York and they had a Panamanian restaurant out there, and it was on a road trip. We ate it. It was like a pig's feet with something else, right?
Uh-huh.
Man, bro, dude, I'm telling you right now, that pig's feet we had, I don't know what happened, but that whole car ride back, almost 2 days from New York to Florida to Miami, I was farting. Me and my stepbrother at the time, we was farting so bad. It smelled like death, like just like someone died in the car. They had to roll the window up every time, bro. And it wasn't like I had diarrhea or food poisoning. The gas that came out of my butthole was
it good at
disgusting
least?
and foul, man.
Was it good at least?
I don't know what happened. Like the pig feet was delicious too. It was great. But dude, the car ride, I felt horrible, man. The whole time. I've never felt so bad in my life that I had to have somebody endure the stench that I
down.
I am having a very bad day.
Dude, my parents at the time, bro, it was a bad drive, man. And then after that, I was like, I'm never gonna eat Panamanian food again. But then I'm like, I also don't know what like I remember one time when I was a kid and everybody was bringing their dishes from all their countries. Everybody had such special dishes, and then I was like, Mom, what's a special dish Panama has? And she told me about some meatball crap, and I was like, that sounds boring as hell. So I don't know what special dish Panamanians have.
There's a few Panamanian dishes. One of my favorite favorite meals actually is a Panamanian dish. It's let me look up what it's called, but it's basically what it is a they like special seasoned chicken, and then they get rice with beans. I think it's pinto beans or whatever, and then they like pour coconut milk into the rice and beans. So it's like coconut rice and beans with I forget what it. Hold on.
Indians basically do that though. They that's why. That's anytime I hear Panama stuff, I'm like, Doesn't sound that unique. Indians basically cook some of the rice sometimes. They'll cook it with like coconut milk, and then they'll make some sort of like halal chicken with a lot of seasonings, and they'll use lentils instead of pinto beans, which is really tasty. Indian food is probably my favorite, man, at this point. But I don't know.
I don't have anything here.
Damn, you don't? Oh, man.
Not in St. Louis. We don't have anything interesting.
Just, what is it? Just Mexican food, probably, right? You just got Mexican food, and that's it.
There's no good Chinese. There's no.
Oh, damn, no good Chinese. Jesus Christ, bro. That's
all you got is just people listening to Tech Nine outside their.
Everybody just listens to Tech Nine. Yeah, Tech Nine. They call you and they just say it like that too. Tech Nine.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Panamanian recipes are kind of like they're interesting. So you got like Spanish chicken, peri-bay stew, arroz con pollo, empanadas, sanchoco. You know.
Their dishes.
Panamanian. The accent came out.
Yeah, right. The thing with the dishes, I think, with Panama is that because the problem with Panama lies in the fact that it's very relatively new kind of country because it split from Colombia about 120, 30 years ago. So it's not that old. So like, at one point.
Yeah, I was gonna say they didn't have the coconut rice with beans thing I was talking
about. My mom made coconut rice with everything. I mean, like coconut milk, she used that crap on everything. So it was pretty good though. I'm not gonna front; it's delicious. But it's just when I think about Panamanian food, I'm like, what is it? What's in it that I haven't seen somebody else do? But
that sounds farty though. Coconut milk with rice and what'd you say? Pinto beans?
So what it is 1 pound grated coconut.
Sounds like farts.
Yeah, 1 pound of grated coconut, 2 cups of rice, 4 cups of water,
that's what it is, man.
Tomato paste, green peppers, salt, sugar, hot peppers.
Yo, that is fart though, man. That is fart.
Kidney beans and oil. With chicken.
Hey, don't get it twisted though. It'll taste great, but you might be farting after that. Yo, man, I can't. Yo, for some reason, man, I don't know what it is nowadays, but like, I just can't do beans. Like I used to be able to eat beans all the time, but like my girlfriend made me this like delicious like quinoa casserole recently, and it's had cheese and there's beans and there's like refried beans and quinoa, some cheese and olives and stuff. Bro, I farted like the whole day. I can't. I don't know why, man. I'm like, dude, what's up? Like I can't handle. Quinoa does have a good amount of fiber in it, but still, man, I eat a can of beans, man. I eat like half of the beans, and I'm like, I'm cooking, man.
You can't do beans? I love beans.
I mean, I'm gonna do them, but someone's got to pay for my sin. You know what I'm saying?
There's gonna be some repercussions.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm just gonna fart all day.
I get bad with like garbanzo beans.
Garbanzo, they're very thick and they're very fibrous. Yeah. Garbanzo beans catch my ass too. Chickpeas, garbanzo beans, man. I'm fine usually with like black beans. Black beans since they're real small. And,
yeah, black beans are okay.
Because here's the thing. I like beans, but I can't eat beans by themselves. I have to have like chicken or rice or something.
Who eats beans by themselves though? That'd be so weird. Yo, you just remind me one time my grandma, dude, she put a can of beans on the stovetop and she was cooking the can of beans on the stove. I was like, yo, what's wrong with you? You gonna burn the house down?
God damn.
You're just cooking a can, like not even taking it out of the beans out of the can. She was cooking the can on the stovetop, dude.
That's crazy.
Dangerous, man.
All right, so the countdown has finished, and what it is a Code Mystics KI spectating and more beta. It is a beta.
All that for that announcement. I'm glad we didn't do it on the show.
A beta was a beta for what again? Sorry.
For Killer Instinct.
The first one.
Yeah.
Man, it's on Fightcade, man. What? Where the Code Mystics? Man, Code Mystics is behind, man.
Well, that's all they do is old games. Like I don't know why people thought this was going to be a new game. They're not even a real developer. They do ports.
Yeah,
they're a real developer, but like they work on ports. They don't work on new games.
Yeah, this is basically them saying, "Hey, Arcade 1UP is doing a huge thing, and so we have a beta for you guys to check out this cool thing that Arcade 1UP's doing. So you could like watch KI, you could watch KI2, you could watch Battletoads with your friends," and I'm like, "Okay, that's whatever."
Yeah,
that's
probably
really
don't
further.
make a. Yeah, don't make a countdown for that kind of announcement. You're just gonna set people up for failure.
It just reminded me too, man. Like since you mentioned arcade, I wish I could have like if I had the money one day, I'd like to have like a normal arcade machine. But I remember what was it? I went to somewhere, and then I realized that like they just like they set up the arcade, and I guess maybe they put like a Raspberry Pi in it or something like that. And they make it so that you can essentially play all these games on your arcade machine. That'd be so cool to have like just the standing one. But then instead of just being like, oh, this one, I can only play Marvel vs. Capcom 1. I can play all these other games. Because that's like, okay, like $2,000 for just Marvel? Man, I'm going to get bored of that by myself. Who's going to come to my house?
Yep.
I will say this. I wasn't really excited for KI's like announcement. Because I knew that it was coming from Code Mystics. Not to say Code Mystics is bad. Code Mystics is great. But, like, people are thinking that this... Because Iron Galaxy used to do what Code Mystics does, which is, like, they were a support group. They weren't an actual gaming company group, you know? They just, like, be like, oh, hey, we're going to help with this. So people are like, oh, is Code Mystics going to make the next KI game? And I was like, bro, no. Don't get your...
So Phil Spencer, or maybe it was like Major Nelson, Larry Herb, they were talking about the interest of doing another Killer Instinct, but they said that they're looking for a right fit in a developer to do it. So Double Helix, that worked on Killer Instinct initially with Season 1, they've since been purchased by Amazon Games long time ago, and they haven't made a single game for Amazon. They've been working on like ports and back-end stuff. Iron Galaxy, who took over for Double Helix with Killer Instinct after Season 1, they did Season 2 and 3. They did a fine job, but I don't know what happened with Microsoft and Iron Galaxy's relationship. But ever since then, Iron Galaxy has been working on ports for support for other games, and then recently they came out with Rumbleverse or whatever it's called. So that's their game now. Now, Killer Instinct doesn't have a developer, and I don't think Iron Galaxy is going to do it. And maybe it was a money thing. Maybe they didn't want to pay them what they thought they wanted for a new Killer Instinct. But I don't know who else you would have do a Killer Instinct game.
I don't either. Now, you know what's funny? Speaking of something off topic, but did you see the new Pepsi commercial?
Mm-mm.
So you know the meme about Pepsi and milk?
There's a meme about Pepsi and milk.
Yeah, it's a meme about putting Pepsi and then adding milk into your Pepsi. It's called
What kind of degeneracy is that, man? That's so superb degenerate. If I see some human dude, I'm like, we are not from this planet. It's the same planet. You need to leave and go back to your home planet, man.
It's called Pilk, and apparently,
even the name sounds good.
Apparently, the newest
You want some Pilk, man?
Yeah, the newest
It's like,
advertisement.
no, man, I want to do drugs.
I shit you not, the newest advertisement from Pepsi is them saying, hey, you guys should mix milk with Pepsi. And you know who the spokesperson for this is? Lindsay Lohan. They got Lindsay Lohan to put Pepsi
She's
and milk
back.
together to drink.
You probably need a paycheck.
Yeah, that's probably what that is, man.
Broken, I noticed you have two. So you got both hands, huh?
Yeah, I do, because I have carpal tunnel.
Last time you just had the white bandage just on one hand, didn't you?
Because this one hurts more.
Okay.
So like when it starts acting up, this one hurts more. But like it's not acting up right now, so this is just a preventative measure. But yeah, when it hurts, it hurts.
So does those help?
Kinda in a way.
What else do you do for carpal tunnel?
Honestly, all I do for
You take like aspirin or something?
no, I just deal with it. I just like suck it up.
Yeah, man.
Suck. And
Does any type of therapy helps with that pain, or
I don't
do
know
they have-
what some good therapy is. I just wrap it. But like I've been told that I should probably look into like doing stretches and therapeutic.
Yeah,
stuff,
man.
like,
that's probably the only actual thing that'll truly help you, because you keep taking aspirin. How long you gonna take aspirin?
Exactly.
Stuff like that. It's like whatever.
It
That's
wears
why
off too.
Yeah, that's why I don't take nothing like that, man. I don't take a damn Tylenol, ass. All that crap don't help, man. I just deal with it, man. Like, man, knees bleeding, arms small spaghetti. I just deal with it.
You seen those videos of how to be a man? Is like when you have a fever, don't call people, just die.
Goddamn right. Dude, man, dudes are bad about that too, man. I was talking to my friend, and he's like, I was telling me about like how he's like insulin resistant and stuff, and I was like, dude, maybe you should like. He's like, nah, man, I just got to change my diet. I'm like, maybe you should actually go to like an endocrinologist or some specialist that might actually help and do a panel on your hormones. Like, nah, man, doctors are garbage. And it made me think, like, dudes, like that's what cats do. Like, did you know men are more likely to get sick compared to women, where women tend to just get really bad sickness, but we get sick more often. And the problem though lies in the fact that testosterone, man, that stuff keeps us hella safe compared to the amount of estrogen in women, man. And the lack of testosterone in women. But yeah, dude, that's like a whole thing on that. That's why women tend to get a lot more.
Take these, boys and girls. I don't know. I've not.
Oh my god, this guy!
I haven't taken it at all.
Put that away, man.
I haven't taken that at all.
He can't help himself, man. You are like the #1 customer for any snake oil salesman. I swear.
Selling crocodile tears.
Fun fact: that was given to me as a gift by a friend, and I have yet to take it. I'm like,
oh man, dude.
Do I need more testosterone, or what are you implying? What are you saying? It was like,
you can go to an actual doctor though and check your T levels. Like,
yeah, depending on who you go to, they could give you hook you up, man. It's like, I think my T levels they're not as great as I think they could be. It's like, yeah, maybe they are. Let's make it a lot higher. I mean, you want T levels of an 18-year-old? Yeah, I think so.
Do you want to be?
It depends how you feel.
Every day.
How do you feel?
Yeah.
Do you want to just do nothing but rage against the machine? Yeah, we got you.
Machine. It's a good band.
It is a good band, honestly.
Oh man.
I base everything on how I feel. Like, I feel good. Like,
so guys, what are you thinking? You guys thinking we should go and break up and eat? Because I am.
Yeah. I'm not gonna eat. I'm probably gonna sleep. Although I have no work tomorrow. Tomorrow, like usually,
you're like, what do I do?
Yeah,
walk outside. What do I do?
Yeah.
I don't have work tomorrow because I have a local to go to, but
play your sin.
I'll probably try working tomorrow, but with how work has been, it's been some slim picking. So I don't even.
You think you're gonna keep that job?
Probably not. I don't know, man. I'm gonna keep it till like I can, but I want to like find something that can actually give me like hours, and it's probably a little bit better. Like I would have loved if I've been able to find like a job where I don't have to talk to anybody, and I could just sit in front of the computer and do like, I don't know, punch numbers in a freaking Excel spreadsheet or some crap. Because then I can just play music on the side and just I can work endlessly. But having to sit down and talk to people is.
Man, time doesn't move.
Man. Yeah, man, it's time. Yeah, I don't like it at all. Yeah,
have you ever thought about looking for a at-home job?
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing right now. Or you being broken?
Where have you been? How's the car search going, by the way?
It's getting there.
Stalemate.
Yeah, I'll let y'all know when it gets better, but I'll let you know.
All right, it's time to go find somebody to raid.
Do it. Do it.
All right, who we raiding, boys? Who we raiding?
Who you even follow? Isn't it people you follow?
Another pro streamer.
Is Majin Obama awake?
No, Majin Obama is not awake. That man.
I think I watched this video on like Evo. I haven't watched like any fighting content. I don't even see his stuff on my feed, man. But like I saw him talking about like how Japan, and he was like, man, I think the fact that they don't have Smash is really hurting their numbers. I'm like, yeah, I think Smash is bad.
I found my streamer. We're gonna send the
raid SMG Princess. She needs the donations.
No,
we're broke as hell, man.
Not that one. Now I hate to say this, but I'm going to be raiding a fellow Anji player. There you go.
Is it a VTuber?
Yeah, it is.
Oh my gosh.
Oh. Hey, two viewers. All 2 viewers of y'all are gonna go and watch the VTuber. All right, guys.
Hey yo.
See you guys. It was a blast. You know. Loved every second of it.
Take care, y'all.
Take care.
I'll catch y'all around, man. Hey, Mac, by the way, you should get a dog, man.
This apartment doesn't allow dogs.
What?
What?
That's how you know. Yeah. That's how you know a building is dog shit when you don't allow dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Usually
I've been
pretty
thinking
tight
about it,
about
but
Yeah.
I've been busy.
but until I move, so I don't know.
So
But
I know.
I'm just gonna chill this winter. I got this little part-time job.
Beautiful.
This is how you know part-time. So my part-time
Yo,
job,
Rodney,
it's
like,
kind of
thank you so
fucked
much
up
for
the way it
raid.
works.
Much appreciated.
My part-time job
How was your
pays
stream? Were you
more
playing? Were you
than
playing
what my
Sims?
full-time job was paying,
It's not as
but I get
boring,
less
isn't it?
hours,
Nice.
which for the winter, that's perfect for me.
Flexing
Like,
having
yeah,
friends.
I'll go work
Whoa,
20
whoa.
hours, get paid
Yeah,
more
they're
per
all
hour,
busy.
and then have all this
It's
time for me.
I don't know. Monster High, I always play with other people.
tough
I
part
can
is
play
that
it solo, but
it's
the game
all I'm
is
doing
just
is
fun.
driving a forklift all day, but it's an open warehouse, so like it's gonna get cold.
Oh, yeah, that does kind of suck. For how
But-
long? 10 hours, basically?
20 hours a
It's
week.
fine, though.
Oh, okay. So you're working only weekends, so 10 hours basically?
Woot,
What,
the
like
podcast
actual
views
9 or
hell
something?
yeah, let's
Yeah,
go.
well,
Lunch.
I told him
Monster Hunter World 2. Rise is fun.
I can't
I
work
like
on
Rise a lot
Thursdays,
personally.
and I want a weekend
I
day
actually
to
really,
myself.
really
So
like Rise.
we'll see.
But
Maybe I'll work
I
like a
really
Monday
like
and a
it.
Wednesday. I don't know.
Yeah.
So it'll be like probably
Uh,
5 days per 2 weeks. So like 2 days 1 week, 3 days the next, and then it'll do
Nobody's
that. But
done.
like, man, I'm so glad I quit that job. That job,
They got you so grimy, man. That was messed up how they did you.
dude, I can't.